see what you said, Enjoy. As much as he says he loves his mother, some of his art reflects his secret hatred. He can't stand that lady. And I told Tara and them this the other day. Instead of like, had he not, if he wouldn't have been scared to come out the closet, he wouldn't have been homeless in the car. He could have sold that ass for some money. That's just how I
Did you
feel.
hear what Spike Lee
I
said
like some
about
of his
him?
things because it shows how different reality is for some people. I think that he's manipulating us into liking those films because I can't think of a movie that he made that really made sense.
But he do all the tropes in his movies. He literally do all of the
Yeah,
tropes.
that's all I say. It's all the same tropes. Yeah,
Hold up, y'all. Let a live out, y'all.
But did you
Oh,
see
Tara,
what
I
Tyler?
gotta. Hold on, Tara. Handle this real quick while I step away real quick.
All right, go ahead, sir. What you want to say about the topic?
Yeah, because Spike Lee said it's coonery buffoonery. That's why he called are not good. They're stereotypes, and maybe it's just a me thing, or maybe because I watched that Boondocks episode. But don't you find it weird that Tyler Perry has a weird thing for light skinned men? Hey, Draymond, I don't know if you know anything, but Spike Lee's one of the best directors that black people have ever had in our lives. You need to do some homework, buddy.
Man, ain't nobody fucking talking about no Spike Lee. We
No,
talking
that
about.
Draylon Joseph kid, whatever his dumbass name is, he talking about basketball, bro. He knows nothing about Spike Lee. Spike Lee's one of the greatest directors of all time.
But if you go on the side of the street right now and ask 50 black men right now how they know Spike Lee, 40 of them are telling you because he's courtside at Knicks games. What are you talking about? Hey,
Bro, what are
actually,
you
AM,
talking
AM,
about?
AM
Go watch. No,
617.
no, brother.
Let me
Go
ask you a
watch
question real
Jungle
quick.
Fever.
Let me
Go
just ask you
watch
a
Do the
question.
Right Thing.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Can I ask you a question?
When's the last time you read a book?
Can I?
When's the last time you
Actually,
read a book?
actually yesterday, for
No, you
real.
didn't. Stop.
But though,
The
anyway.
ancestors are going to curse you.
But can I ask you a question though, AM? Oh, well, imagine that. Anyway, I'm just gonna ask. I'll ask the
Real quick.
generalities.
On you.
Does the world operate off generalities, or does the world operate off exceptions?
You want to have a philosophy conversation? Like, what's
It's just
what?
a yes.
No,
It's
ain't
it's
no yes or
it's a
no.
question.
No, you ain't
No,
even
you're
answer
right.
the prompt. You ain't even answer the prompt.
Right, because no, I'm trailing into answering the prompt. That's why I asked
No,
this
we
question.
don't need.
People. No, it's a specific demographic of people, and it's black women. And I'm going to tell you why they ask dumbass questions like this. Should black people cancel? Should black women cancel Tyler Perry? No, they shouldn't, because he portrays everything, every stereotype that y'all have. He portrays everything factually, according to the statistics that y'all portray. So if it's such a problem, man who doesn't like Tyler Perry, I don't know where that comes from. It's
You
not
like
black
Tyler
people.
Perry?
Of course I do.
Are you a
He came
drag
from
queen?
he came from nothing. He's a self-made billionaire. Of course I do.
Are you
Yes, he
into?
comes
Are you like drag queens?
drag queens.
Yeah.
What's that?
So Draylon, you like your man with money is what you saying?
No, I find I
It's a man that dress up as a woman.
no. Why would I like that?
You
No, I'm
like
just saying,
Tyler
like,
Perry, why
you see,
wouldn't you?
hold up. You do
No,
know
no.
Medea. Hold up, real quick. You know Medea is just the character that Tyler Perry plays.
Yeah, I
Like,
know that.
that's a man dressed like a woman on the screen.
No, I knew that. I just didn't know
Yeah,
the
that's
term that
that's
came with it.
drag, sir. Hold up. So that's drag.
Okay,
You said the
so
black men love Tyler Perry. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all into drag queens. That's my
no,
question.
no, no. We like Tyler Perry's ideology, where he came from. He came from the same or he came from the same type of environment we came
What's
from.
that
He
environment? What's that
Living in
environment?
cars.
no materials, no motivation, poverty. I like that type of environment.
That nigga grew up in a church.
Yeah, so do a lot of impoverished people. What's your point?
That he wasn't impoverished.
What
Because
are you talking
if
about?
you hold on, if you feel with the spirit, you rich.
Okay. You no, she's right. She's right. That's facts. That's facts. So I'm talking about specifically
Nah,
financially.
cause niggas be talking about
No,
impoverished.
she's right. She's
Nah,
right.
if you with the Lord, that's all you need. That's what y'all told us.
I mean, but I'm specifically talking about being financially rich though.
Well, that's not what they was talking about when they wanted
That's
us to
why he
pay
motivated.
tithes.
That's not what they were talking about when what?
Sir, just finish your point, cause what the fuck?
Yeah. So,
What?
hey, Draylon, I'm a black male and I don't like Tyler Perry
Why is that though?
because he plays women as a caricature, um, dressing up like a woman and perpetuating stereotypes, negative stereotypes about black women is never a positive thing.
So what have so when we're talking, obviously black women have done positive things in history. They've done good things in history. But when we're talking about modern day black women, the specific type of demographic of black women that Tyler Perry portrays in his films,
You
what is he wrong about?
sure? So
You
you
can't
think
you can't you can't because when it comes to stereotypes, bro, I know this is a hard pill to swallow for some people, and it is a controversial opinion that I don't care about hurting people's feelings. The world operates the world operates on generalities and exceptions. And there's some type of truth to every stereotype there is.
okay?
That's
So
why it's a
great.
stereotype.
So Medea, would you say Medea is a modern woman? Now keep
A
in mind,
modern
now before you answer that, keep in mind that Medea as a character is over the age of 50, right? So we're talking about somebody who was born over 50 years ago. We're talking 1970 something. You think that's a
so
modern woman?
I no, I don't think that's a modern woman. I think that's a modern older woman though.
Uh, you think putting older in front of it makes it less of a modern woman? What was the point in that?
No, I don't. I don't know what you're
But
I
even
don't
if, hold on, Draylon, because even if you wanted to push that argument, my sister is 54 and she don't act like Medea. And a lot of 54-year-olds, meaning that would be 1971, a lot of people that was born in 1971 don't even act like Medea because there's this argument that grandmothers ain't grandmothers no more. And my sister is clearly not set in being a grandma because she don't feel like she's a grandma. She
Can
definitely
I
feels like she's still pretty young. So what is you talking about?
can I ask Draylon a question?
Mhm.
Draylon, what gang are you in?
I've never been affiliated or never been associated with any type of
No,
gang
you
in
got
my
a do
life.
rag on. You're a gangbanger. Tell me what gang you in.
Wow, that's severely unintelligent. I can't believe you just said that. Wow.
You missed
Wow.
the
I
whole
can't
point. That's wicked. The fact that you called it unintelligent and missed the whole point is crazy work.
What do you
Crazy.
mean? What do you so how does do-rags correlate with gangbanging?
Because I definitely want to talk about. I definitely was gonna talk about prison. I
How does
definitely was gonna bring prison in it because I was gonna say, well, if we gonna talk about stereotypes, we gonna bring up the
But
hoods
what
and
if he's
prison.
not like a real,
no no
you
no
know?
no they gotta answer that question. How does do-rags correlate with gangbanging? What the fuck are
No,
y'all
but
talking
she
about?
asked a relevant question. Sorry, I'm not American, but she
Hold up,
asked a
you never
relevant.
seen? Hold up, you never seen a John Singletary movie?
Yeah,
Singleton
when we
movie?
it's a
Dumb man,
red,
hold up, real quick. Dumb gangbangers be wearing do rags. They wear it just like you wearing yours. So I just
and
wanted,
I'm not even
I
from
just wanted to
America.
know. Hold up, real quick. I just wanted to know what gang you was in. Like I ain't trying to be all in your business. That's all I wanted to
Hey,
know.
hey, Tara, why do men wear do-rags? Just answer the question, bro. Like
Because
stop
they
stop
ain't
uneducated, severely unintelligent people. I'm gonna lower my IQ. That is severely low IQ what y'all just talked about.
that's not how
I don't even
IQ
wanna
works, sir. That's not at all how IQ works.
anyway,
My
last
bad.
name. What
Well,
was
you
we
and
talking
a
about? I didn't
leader,
mean to
you're
cut
gang
you
of
off.
leaders and shit. That's crazy.
You got it. You got it. I'm not gonna argue that. I'm not gonna argue some shit that's obviously just stupid. I'm not gonna do that.
So hold on, why do you wear a do-rag if it's not affiliation?
Gold. Why does anybody wear a do rag? You just said
Tara just told you gang affiliation, Negro.
what did you say from the jump when you address yourself as a what to me? You address yourself as a what? A what man?
I didn't address myself as any type of anything.
You address yourself as a black man. Why do black men wear do rags, Gold?
Not all black men. Hold up.
Affiliation.
Not all
They
black men in
thugs.
gangs. They don't all wear do rags. It's
Now I'm
just
a
the
well,
one.
Nowadays,
yeah.
I will.
It's the one.
I
Now
would do rag.
Especially a colored one. You wearing a
wait,
specific
how?
cultural reason.
I don't know. Why is the comments talking about YN, young nigga? I don't like. What are y'all talking about? This is severely unintelligent. Do y'all understand how stupid y'all sound though? For real.
Hold on, that's you
Like I'm
right
not
there,
even trying
gang.
to. I'm not even trying. Yeah, that's definitely me. And look, I got a
Okay,
silver
gang.
durag on. That's not
Gang,
covered.
gang.
Damn, we can't wear
I
do
thought it
rag.
was for the waves.
That's what I'm saying. Like we niggas can't wear durags now. Like what are they talking about?
Of course y'all
I wear
Right.
can.
durag. I
Rep
wear
your
do. I
set.
wear. I wear durags because I got 360s. If I take this durag off, you're gonna get offended by my head, dude.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down,
That's
Tyler Perry.
exactly what I.
Slow
That's what
down,
I. That's
Tyler Perry. He
no.
said
I'm
when I
not.
take this do
You
rag
got
off,
it,
you're gonna
bro.
be offended by my head. Like, whoa, buddy. Slow down,
You,
TikTok Diddy.
you're a funny.
I
You're a
mean,
funny guy.
the way you put it
That
is
man
kind of
offering
funny.
up head.
He's
Damn.
a fun. Y'all funny people,
Slow down,
man.
Damn.
Y'all are
TikTok
funny
Diddy.
people.
That's
Y'all are
cute.
He
funny
Sarah, he
people.
told us we ain't gonna be able to fuck with the head he gave.
Head game crazy.
Comedian.
Oh, that is funny.
I
That's
believe
Man,
funny.
him.
I
that
gotta
nigga
laugh
I
at
ain't
head
gonna
that.
lie. I
game
believe him.
crazy.
Let
I
me
believe
Comedians.
him.
let me just say this. I think we're missing the point with the movie Straw. Do not blame the messenger for the message. This movie, I
No.
thought,
That's what
no,
I'm saying.
Wait,
do not.
hold on,
Okay,
Draymond.
will you
Let
let me
her. Damn,
finish?
Draymond, let her talk.
As someone who works in mental health, and I've worked in mental health for a number of years, and I have seen people in psychosis, I've seen people with schizophrenia, bipolar, almost every mental illness. We very seldom approach the issue of grief and mental health and mental illness. And this is what this young lady experienced was psychosis because she could not deal with the reality of what had happened to her child. And I'm glad Tyler Perry made this movie because it amplifies that and the need for case managers, caseworkers to be on point when people experience this because this is how we lose people.
Can I
Miss
ask you a
So,
Mocha.
question?
No, Miss Mocha, real quick. Can I ask you a
Hold on,
question
no,
real quick?
Drayland.
hold
Hold
on,
on,
Draymond.
Drayland. I'm gonna ask you a question real quick. Hold on, gangbanger. My question is,
Y'all are
do you think it would have been beneficial for black women to also be writers in this movie?
I think their perspective would have been okay, but I'm not, listen, it's kind of like you eat the fish and spit out the bone. What was the takeaway of what he was telling us?
What
He was
was it?
telling us that there are pockets in our society of marginalized people who are never seen and never heard,
Hold
and they
up. Did
go
he
through
address?
things
Hold up,
consistently.
real quick. Did he address men not going to therapy? Because that seemed to be a big problem.
Well,
That is
I'm
funny.
not.
Because I
I'm
didn't see
listen.
it.
This is his story,
Hold
not
on, let
yours
me
and not
listen.
mine.
No, hold
Okay.
up, hold up. Listen, what I'm saying. I know Tyler probably think he a black woman on the inside. I got it.
I
But
don't
I'm
know about
saying, did
that.
he talk? Did, hold up. Did he also talk about black men not going to therapy? I didn't see the movie, so did he talk about the black men who aren't going to therapy and getting help? Did he challenge that also in this movie?
That's not what the movie was about. You have to see the movie, then you can talk on the movie.
No,
tell him,
hold on,
Mocha.
hold on.
Tell
Wait,
him.
Draymond, hold on. No, I seen the movie and no, Tara, he didn't address that. He always addresses black women and put them in this exaggerated state. Working in mental health is not isolated to certain people who randomly say it on TikTok. There's a lot of people who work in mental health, and a lot of people who work in mental health have been trying to like really stop this stigma that people who have mental health issues commit crimes. The correlation of someone dealing with the mental health issue and then them being criminalized is not okay. So Tyler Perry didn't do nothing revolutionary. Tyler Perry didn't do nothing exceptional. Making
Wait,
a black woman be a criminal on top of her having mental health issues. Those things should correlate.
But
The
the mental
mental
health
hold
issue
on,
hold.
did
hold
not
on, hold
manifest
on,
itself
hold on. Did I
until
step on
she
y'all
had
net? Hold
the
on. Am I on
the.
y'all net? Am I on y'all net or can I finish? Cause this the hoes. I ain't know I was on y'all net. I ain't know y'all thought y'all was the only mental health people in the world. I ain't know y'all was the only ones who went to school. But the mental health community have been fighting for people to stop correlating mental health issues with criminality.
I am
So,
saying the correlation between mental health and grief. That's what I'm saying.
but we
Because
didn't
No, but
see
listen
mental health
though,
and grief.
how many
We
times have
saw
you
a
counseled
real
someone
quick.
in grief?
we didn't see mental
What
health and
trainings have you
grief.
had for people who are experiencing grief? Is what I'm saying.
Mocha, that was not a good, based on what you're saying, that was not a good representation of how mental health and grief correlates. That was what mental health and criminality correlate. That's what he did. He did not explain what it's like to go through the stages of grief and how that can put you into a psychosis. That's not what he showed. He didn't show that spiral. He didn't show us going. He showed us randomly. He showed a
I
woman
did not.
get fired.
I did not see it that way.
I know you didn't see it that way, but you talk. So, ma'am, you explained to us how you saw it, and now it's my turn. I don't agree, and I want to be able to explain how I saw it. But you want to interrupt me. I'm trying to
Because
figure
you don't
out.
put periods behind anything you say. You just keep on and on.
No,
It's
because
like a
it's my panel.
filibuster.
I can keep going on and on.
You know
all I
what?
want.
I don't lend my time
No.
and my
Girl, you can
presence to
fucking
stuff
hold
like
it.
this.
just
Goodbye, dear.
But
Goodbye.
fucking
no,
good.
goodbye.
Go
With
on
your
and get
dizzy,
down.
stupid.
Get on and get.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I barely got to go through my whole thing before she was objecting because she a stupid old woman who be sitting in church letting niggas tell her anything. That's what it is. It be y'all. Hold on, Draylon, because if you want to go eat her baby powder, you can. It's
No, I'm just
always no. Excuse
Hold
me,
up,
her
nigga.
Avon. Hold on, excuse me, her Avon powder. It's always the older women who sit up in church who want to try to convince us that these fake ass choir directors are saying something. He confused. He won't be honest with his own sexuality. And you thought you was smarter than the fifth grader. You thought you was the only one who knew something about mental health. You're not. Y'all get on my nerves with coming up on these panels trying to tout y'all expertise. Y'all are not the only nurses, doctors, lawyers, truck drivers, painters, mental health workers. Y'all not the only ones.
Can I also point out
we don't.
there's a hold up,
Why
Draymond.
can't
Hold
the
up, hold
frog?
up. This
I
gonna be
just got
quick.
here.
Hold up, Scales. There's a difference between somebody who's a mental health specialist and somebody who works at a place where mental health specialists work at. I just wanted to say that.
Can I say something real quick?
There's also a difference between a fact and an opinion. It's a fact that 65% of serial killers ever
You
have
can't
had
say
mental
that on
illnesses.
here. Don't please,
Oh, yeah, you
please don't
can't. You gotta
continue
say
with what you're about to
unalive.
Oh
say,
yeah, we
Draymond.
get it.
Bro,
Redfish
y'all won't let
beefing.
me
Hold
talk,
up.
bro.
But you just gotta say unalive though.
Seeing his feelings.
And hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get some order with the panel so we can open. So then we can open it back up. But Draylon, you don't know what you're talking about. You a thug. Go ahead. So I think it was Ida who came up here. Then Blessing. I seen Adrian. I'm sorry, Andrea. You could pronounce it when it's your turn. And then Queen. That's the order I think it was. It was Crystal, Blessing, Drea, and then Queen. And then we'll go from there. And then Scale came up here last. Go ahead, Crystal.
Hey y'all, how y'all
Hey
doing?
girl.
Hey. I totally agree with you saying. I did not watch the movie, but my friend, because I can't play with Tyler Perry. I can't play with him. So she gave me the whole breakdown of the movie. Based on what she said, it seems like he used the whole mental health thing at the end. Mental health breakdown. She's dealing with grief. Feel bad for her. Now, like, oh, now it brings it all together. It was kind of corny. It was kind of corny the whole way it was played out. Like, I don't feel about it. But yeah, I agree with you saying. Like, he didn't really go into mental health and the effects of, like, it just was kind of like it was put down. Not for me.
It was his typical trope. It was the way he always does it. It don't make sense. It didn't make sense. It was stupid. It did not flow well, and it still puts this black woman in this desperate situation constantly, even though there are situations where, like, we get it, black women have been harmed, but I just always find it interesting that that when he talks about black men, even when he includes black men who might have a criminal history or might, like when you think about Daddy's Little Girl, the way he presented the father in that situation and the way he presents the women, that's all you need to know. But we'll talk about it in a minute. Go ahead, Blessy, then Drea, then Queen, then
with
Spirit.
with
I didn't watch it. Like literally, when I seen the commercial
illness.
part,
Hold on, Queen, hold on. It's an order. Just because you just
Oh,
got up
I'm sorry. I
here.
didn't know I was unmuted. My screen says I'm still muted. My apologies.
It's okay. Okay,
I didn't
go
watch
ahead.
it. When I seen the
Blessing.
little commercial and I seen Taraji talking about it, I was disgusted by the movie. I was disgusted by her. You, who was a single mother, how dare you play into this stereotype that you know is not even true, rarely happens. If you were going to do something to this magnitude, I think maybe fixating on a black man might have been more helpful. But this is just not the case for majority of single black mothers. And that's the persona that y'all want to put on us, that we're just struggling so bad we just can't do anything. In all of his movies, we always have to be rescued by a man. I never see him make a movie where a woman gets on her 2 feet, goes for her goals, and succeeds. There's always some way, somehow, a man coming to sweep her up. Like we just can't do anything on our own. I don't know why he's constantly speaking from a woman's point of view when he is not a woman. And I think he benefits off of black women the same way everybody else does. Like I was thoroughly disgusted by it. As a single mom, I was offended.
Yeah, I agree. And he always no, it's no less. It's not like John Q. And the thing that's aggravating to me is that it does not happen like that. The way he put it, it just doesn't happen like that. But he can't show black men doing things because it wouldn't be no sad long story. It would be the motherfuckers doing deplorable shit for the sake of manhood, and he can't show that because he wants to fuck them men, so he can't talk about
He
them.
does. He does. But it would have been helpful. Everybody talks about how black men commits crime. Why don't you show us why black men create crimes and then maybe people can empathize with them. But you know women mostly create when we do go to jail. We commit crimes of passion. So this whole story that you made up and pulled out of your ass is wild to me, and it's so disrespectful to the culture. And I know he hears us complain about this, and he continues to do it over and over again to monetize off of us and just make us look bad as a people.
Yep. Go ahead, Drea, and then Queen.
Hi, so I also chose to opt out of seeing this film for a lot of the same reasons that you guys have already said. He actually just recently did an interview, I'm not sure if you guys saw, where he was addressing how he's heard the conversations in the Black community talking about the same issue, how he continues to perpetuate all of this Black trauma in every single film that's specifically targeted at Black women. And his response to that was, as a movie maker, that he is trying to share the stories of people that happen in the Black community, and it's supposed to make people uncomfortable because our trauma is so overlooked. So he's trying to bring awareness. My thing about that is I think it's inaccurate, and I say this because his biggest demographic is Black people, and specifically Black women. It would be different, I think, if his movies went mainstream, but they don't. Like, he is where he is because of the Black dollar. It's not like he's like his movies does what like Ryan Coogler's movie does and enters into every community. His movies don't do that. So the only people you're making uncomfortable are the people who are putting the money in your pocket, which is Black people. So you're not spreading awareness. You're just reminding us of our trauma that we go through every day. Like, why don't you for once show a different side of what it means to be a Black woman and not always us being terrorized? Show something about joy. Like, since the time I was a child, from his stage plays to his films, every time I've seen a movie, it's a woman being dragged out of her house, a woman being man over the rich man because you need to have, like, choose a heart of gold. It's also very annoying because like he perpetuates these stereotypes, but then again in interviews he talks about how Black women need to compromise and lift their Black men up, and how if the Black man can't afford to take care of things, then you need to step up and do it. What's so wrong with that? Like, but you say these things and then you go and put on a costume making all of your money from portraying yourself as a Black woman on screen. It's just so dehumanizing and hypocritical.
Mm-hmm. I agree, 100%. Go ahead, Queen. You.
I I originally came up to talk to the guy that was above me. I'm really glad that he got dropped. And I also came up to say that, I, do I pronounce your name Mia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I wanted to come up and say that Mia is absolutely correct. When it comes to mental health, again, I work in the mental health. Yay. When it comes to that kind of thing, we do see that they are more often than not the victims of crimes. And we see a lot of this portrayal, or I should say this furthering of this idea that if you have a mental illness or a severe mental illness, that you are going to be some sort of a violent criminal is perpetrated by the media. And where we see that is when they talk about how criminals are quote unquote crazy, or they're insane, or they just lost it, or they just snapped. There's a whole TV show called Snapped about how women just this idea that mental illness makes you more criminally inclined, when in reality it's more likely by a majority number, it's like 78% are more likely to be victims of crimes. And this includes in health fields. So like if they're in inpatient care, being mistreated by your family, whether it's verbal or physical or financial or whatever the case is. And you're more likely because, let's say you're walking down the street and you are not on your medications and you have schizophrenia, you're mumbling, you're yelling, you're screaming to yourself, you're going to get roughed up by the cops. Somebody's going to call, or you're going to be a victim of being, robbed or something, right? So they're more likely to see them as victims rather than actual perpetrators. And what I can't remember, was it Daryl? I don't remember. The guy above me, he had started to say something about serial unalivers. And my point that I was going to counter him with is that, yes, you're looking at a demographic who is not mentally well, and then you're saying that demographic is the entirety of all of the demographic. So he's saying because these people have certain mental illnesses, which usually what we see there, but believe it or not, is bipolar and borderline. If you were to put them out there, and antisocial personality disorder wholly. But you take that little mark and you go, oh, well, everybody with these must be this type of violence, is ridiculous. So, but you were right, Mia. Of course, the mental health lady that was up here that did leave, she did have a point, and that is that putting grief out on the screen is not something that we see very often. But I agree with everyone here; it's a terrible portrayal. And also, why couldn't he just have an older black,
Older woman pocket.
Also,
yeah,
I'm curious as if he did any research or had any like professionals come on to help with the education around the topic before even trying to portray the story.
That they're saying, because that's not what I saw. I saw some bullshit, but I also couldn't finish it, so maybe that's why. But I think it's interesting that the narrative is being that it's about grief and showing the different parts about grief. I don't think that that's what it is. I don't think he give a fuck about black women's grief. I don't think he give a fuck, like, because if you think about the way the daughter was taken, doesn't make sense. Realistic way to show people that what grief can look like. It's just weird.
If he wanted to show what grief would look like, right? If he wanted to help in any form, the daughter she would have unalived in the beginning, and then the whole movie would have been her going through the stages and hopefully a triumphant ending to help other people cope and maybe find mechanism for themselves. That was not his goal. His goal was she struggled, something happened, she went crazy, she's in jail. That was it.
Wait, so they never made it to the acceptance part of grieving?
I mean, if she accepts
In the
jail
film?
as her acceptance part, that was the ending of it. She went to jail.
I see. That's not how. Okay. Wow. What a horrible
yeah.
ending.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop out. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me up. I do understand this isn't really a fight that I have a dog in, but I do appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night.
All right, thank you for coming. Go ahead, Tara, and then Cook, and then Sleepy.
I'm just saying the fact that we got men like this black man is who like he analyze women all the time. I ain't see this movie, but the last one I saw, he had all the tropes. And the main character, her problem was she didn't listen to her daddy. Wife ain't get right till she listened to her daddy. Went after the nigga he said would save her, and he was fine. And that man loved telling us that he the better fucking woman. He let it dress up and be like, I'm the better kid.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, he definitely in competition. We speak a lot about a lot of them. But go ahead, Cook. Hey, Cook. Hey. Cook. I mean, Cookie. Whatever. What I be saying it wrong. Whatever.
Yeah, so
What's going on? Can you hear?
he's snoring on the panel. You know what's crazy about him having the same story every time? If you call up and try to pitch a story or write, they'll tell you no, we don't. He doesn't even listen to other people's ideas, allegedly. Everybody else's stories.
Wow, I didn't know
If you're doing stories on black women, why the fuck ain't no black women at the writers' table?
No, you cannot. When I tell you, you cannot call up there and say anything at all. You cannot go to his studios. You cannot write in. You cannot submit. It tells you on his website, if you submit anything as far as writing and creativity, they will send it back unopened and unread.
that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sweet Pea.
Okay, thank you. I think we should because I feel like all his. I was just talking to my boyfriend about that because he would have watched. He want to watch this movie because he said it always be the same thing. It's either about like a black woman struggling or a black woman struggle love or like it's never about, in my opinion, like us succeeding. Like it's always something negative, in my opinion. Especially his shows, like that one show, Ruthless. Listen. When he wrote that, that was like confirmation that he should be counseled, but nobody's going to talk about that show. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if y'all seen that trailer, at least, but that was like the most negative show I ever watched, actually. So I think it's his shows and his movies, and he never brings out the positive. It doesn't even end positive, in my opinion. It still ends negative. So everything he does is negative, in my opinion. So I think we should.
That's what I'm saying. And I ain't gonna lie, I'd be irritated when I'm hearing these women say, "Oh, this is so insightful," because it's like that just tells me you need to do some fucking soul searching. Cause ain't nothing endearing about that nigga movies. Like he not saying nothing, and he pushing this view that some man, you need to give some broke nigga a chance so he fucking save you. Why is this being
Literally,
tolerated?
daddy's
When
little
I
girl.
was younger, I thought that he was insightful. Do y'all remember that one play? As an adult now, I look back, I think it's hilarious. But it was one play, and I remember it was the one where he made the joke about the girl looking like a can of Sprite, and it was like basically her husband was abusive, and he ended up getting, I don't even like to say the word, but he couldn't walk anymore. He was in a wheelchair. That one, but the play version of it, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, the play version, right? And in the end of the play, she actually goes back to her original husband who used to hit her and things like that. So as a child, I'm watching that. Like that was so disgusting to spread in our community.
Wait,
Like
even
I
as a
forgot how that
kid, I
was
was
in.
like, this is ridiculous. Why would you ever
Do you remember it now though?
show
Like,
that?
and I
I
watched it
do.
like a lot of our movies are like that. Even Baby Boy, that's another one where it's like as an adult, if you watch that, you're like, wait a minute, are you promoting struggle love? Are you telling me I should? Like
Yeah.
a lot of our movies are like that. And years ago, it was one thing because we didn't get the message. It was entertaining. It was the first time we seen a black man do things like this. But when you actually listen to the messages, you're like, this is not acceptable.
I'm gonna
And
say
what's
the
that
same thing.
the other
I
movie,
said
Why Are You Married? Yeah, that too. Struggle love, in my opinion. That girl
so.
had to her man when she had to some dealing with remember he had made her drive while he was on the plane. I don't know what movie that was, but I was like, what the, like every movie is about struggle love, like that he
Did
made.
y'all notice that in Why Did I Get Married?
No,
Majority
hold
of the
up. I was
women.
trying to say something. Hold up. Don't just like let me say something quick.
Oh my bad.
So that's even though like with the like how I was like sinners is fucking trash too. This idea that like we are so used to men writing stories for us. Like we are so used to like a man coming in and telling us like we're the black women, these black voices out on outside who are detrimental to us, don't give a fuck about us, and telling the fucking story. And women saying, "Oh, this shit ate." No, the fuck it didn't. That's my fucking problem. We're the women who go right out. I'm tired of supporting these niggas and their bullshit.
Did y'all notice that in Why Did I Get Married? All of the women were demonized and all of the women did something to their husbands.
Yes.
Did y'all notice
Like
that?
what?
Like the
Well, I think like also anytime he actually puts himself in the film, I don't know if you've noticed
he's an
this.
angel.
He's the one who's taken like things are happening to him while
Hmm.
like all the other women are the ones who's doing something wrong.
You had the one all the time he was just a victim and couldn't get away from her mouth. Then you had the other one who was doing things behind his back medically and not telling him. Like then you had the other one who was talking to her ex and not telling her husband. Like every single one of those women were doing something so horribly to their husband.
But that's what they always do. Like he's trying to paint. He hate women. Like
Yeah, he
he
does.
hate women, and we've been convinced that he's doing it out of his admiration and love for black women. No, he is making a mockery of black women. He's cosplaying them for his own benefit because he wish he could get bent over and it wouldn't be no judgment. Like, I mean, we could go on and on and on. I don't know if everybody got to speak, but go ahead, Billy. You don't gotta agree. Get your panties out your ass. You don't gotta agree.
Cause like y'all just misleading right now. Like everything, all his plays is authentic. Nothing, all his messages is not a lie. That everything that he
Which
plays, every
character?
movie
Hold
that he
on.
did.
Tell us which character you resonate with. Tell us one
What
character you watch
character?
like, man. Yeah, what character resonates with you?
I don't resonate with none of them. Cause I don't go.
So
I don't
you
go through
lying.
that. I don't put
All right, so
myself through
you
that.
Well, how are you
lying.
going to
Go
say it's
into
not a
it.
lie when you, as a black person, have never experienced this? He is pushing that these are black experiences.
What
You've
you
never
mean? I live
experienced
in a
it.
black household. I'm black myself.
So then you
I was
should
born and
resonate with
raised
it,
in the
though.
hood. What you talking
So
about?
you should relate to it. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Bro, you
So
gotta look at it though. Every message he said was true. Nothing he said was false.
What message was
Hold on,
true?
y'all. Hold on. Because I know he aggravating, but let him finish. Go ahead and spit it out.
Let me invent this. Hold on real quick. Let me turn this on real quick. So every play, everything he do, yes, it come with a problem. It be relationship problems. It might be a story they're telling, like the other what movie he had. Damn, what that movie was. That movie when she was cheating on her man
That's
with
every
his
movie.
boss. That be happening. She ended up having that wasn't even his son. That be happening. She planted his fate. The movie when that girl was prostitute. I can't say that. Can I say that?
Hold
No.
on, real quick. So we understand you agree with all the negative things he got to say. What do you
But
think
it's
he's saying? Hold on, I'm trying to help you out, sir. What positive things is he saying about women that you like? Damn, that is true.
And then
what
also,
he's saying about women.
Yeah,
you
you
heard
saying all the
me.
negative things is true. So what positive things is he saying about women that you believe is true?
What positive thing he said? I don't listen to the positive and negative. I listen to the message. The message that he be trying to push is the narrative that we go through in a day-to-day life through the black community.
So
The
why he
hardships, the breakups,
So why he
all that
don't
shit.
have nothing about prison? Black men going to prison.
Goes to jail. Yes, the fuck we do.
No, Medea
No,
went
All
to
the
he
jail.
went to
time.
Y'all
Medea
went
went
to
to
jail.
jail.
You
jail.
know
Medea
how
It
many
went
was
to
a
times that
jail.
nigga
women's
went to
prison.
jail?
My thing
It
is,
was a
you
women's
said that
prison.
happened. You said it happens from day to day. Statistically, day to day, that's not true. Actually, less than 5% of babies in the black community are the fraternity is wrong. You can look that up. So again, this is not day to day things. He's taking this. What he did was he painted this black woman as a cheater who lied about the fraternity of her child, right? And then it paints the message of a black woman can't be trusted. This, that, and the third. That's what
So
we're telling
hold
you. When
on.
you play,
So
you
you
no,
you
don't
ever
whine
heard of
about you not being able to
mad
finish.
black
And then when I'm
woman?
speaking, you start talking. Right?
You ever
That's
heard
not.
of black
But do you hear me
mad black
talking?
woman?
No. Do you hear me talking? Like, do you see how you wind and
I'm
then you
saying I
stop?
had a question
But
with
I'm
somebody named Tara,
talking.
and you just jumped in.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Tara asked me a question.
Look at God.
Terry, did you not ask me a question?
You couldn't answer it. So
No, nigga, you couldn't answer my question. Go ahead and try to answer hers.
What question she got? Because I think it's bullshit. What question you got?
I want to know what your reading level is. That's my question.
Shit, just know
Wow.
I graduated. Just know
Barely.
that.
No Child Left Behind helped out, didn't it?
What the fuck? What the fuck did you mean?
You don't even know what that is.
Billion, I think
You know, in my household, you get less than a C, your ass getting beat.
I don't care about your
that's
household.
sad.
Billion, I
That's
That's
think
not
that
sad. That's
I think
commitment.
like
that is
I
sad.
like that training though. Cause that shit made me a better
You
person
come from
every
an
day.
No,
abusive
it doesn't
household,
sound like it. You
sir.
sound very
That was
uneducated.
talking.
That's
may
cool.
may I answer the prompt? One thing I really wanted to say real quick to Billion, even if you think that these are like, because anything can happen in any community. So, like, for the sake of conversation, the stories that he's telling, there's accuracy, there's truth in them, right? But what they're trying to say on the panel is even so, all of the stories are the same and they perpetuate the same heartbreak,
Stereotype.
the same trauma. And his argument because literally he just did an interview. His argument is that he's telling these stories for the benefit of Black women because he thinks that other communities overlook Black women's trauma. He literally just said that in an interview. So you were able to name all these negative things that happen, and you're saying that that these things really do happen. It's going against what he's saying he's making them for. You see more negative in the Black woman that he's writing than you see in the positive, and that's the problem, because you're not shedding a positive light on Black women. You're saying all these negative things, which is why you were only able to name negative things.
I never said not one. What negative thing I said about a Black woman?
No, you just said
I'm saying what negative name one name.
You
one
just
negative
said
thing I
from
said
day
about a
to
Black
day,
woman.
you named all
you
these
just
negative
listed
things.
these
Hold on. What you say,
topics.
Blessing? What you say,
You
Blessing?
named all these negative things, and you said that's what
Name one I
happens.
said.
I'm trying. You
You
named
don't
all.
know what he said. It's crazy.
You named all these negative things, and then at the end you said that's what happens day to day. The negative things you named were a woman cheating with her boss, a woman who didn't know who her baby father was, all that negativity, and then you said it happens day to day in our community. No, it
Hold on.
doesn't.
Did somebody say name a play? Name a time? So I named a play. And then I
Right.
also said
Right.
It's not a play
Mad
you
Black
named.
Woman when that man was cheating on his wife and she came home to another girl in his house. In her
Yeah, but
house.
that's also, that movie is not
And
shedding a
another one
positive
when a
light.
man was beating on her wife and
Hold
she
on.
poured the fucking grits on him.
Hold on, Billion. Cause we're gonna go to Jay. And you're not gonna gaslight us. You only talked about the baby daddy not being the daddy and her cheating.
I
with
ain't say
her.
nah, they ain't say no goddamn baby daddy not being a daddy. Now you just putting words in my mouth.
Yes, you did.
When I said that.
Hold on, Bless. Let me say something. He not about to gaslight us. We was here. We was here. And we're not gonna do semantics. Whether he said baby daddy or the man that she's
What the fuck reading got to do with talking?
reading got a lot to do with
Please
talking.
understand that.
Reading,
Oh,
reading got a lot to do with
Please give me a
talking.
Medea dialogue right now and I can read that shit head to toe with no fuck ups, no
Well,
stutter,
why
no
don't you
nothing.
log off and
Please.
go read it and then come back with some facts?
Please go get a book right now and I can read that shit head to toe.
Read me and
So why
Harry.
you do it?
What the fuck you mean?
Except cat in the head. Fuck you.
That's your fucking reading level. What the fuck?
No, that's
Fucking
your
imbecile.
reading letter, dummy.
Peasant. You on here talking about Tyler Perry, a successful man that making money.
I'm talking
He
about
making
you.
money off Black
Hold
trauma.
on, Billion.
Yes.
Hold on, Billion. I'll talk about Tyler Perry till the cows come home. Fuck you.
It's y'all
Hold
hate.
on, do you know
Y'all
who's
mad that he's
section?
successful
Hold
what he
on. Do you
do.
know who's
Y'all
section?
mad that he got a true message.
Hold up,
Everything
sir.
he say is true. That what y'all mad for. That what y'all bitter as hell.
It's
Sir,
not
do
Calling
you know
y'all
who's
bullshit
section
out. Look at y'all now. Y'all bitter. Y'all going on a platform right now trying to
Bill-
belittle him
Billion.
because he been out with fucking.
Over here, we let these black men crash out. Let them have a moment.
Let me crash out
Hold
real quick.
on, Billion. Hold on. I want the women on here to understand something with me. Let him say all the stereotypes, because I got some stereotypes and adjectives I want to say. Let him finish so I can get on his ass.
all right, I'll go after
Go
him.
ahead. Go ahead, Jay.
So in every message he taught, in every movie he taught, a valuable lesson he taught is picking your partner.
Go ahead, Jay, because that criminal is gonna run his mouth to the parole officer come.
All right,
All
so
right, that way y'all mad.
I, I,
We
all
gonna
right, so
talk
let,
And he gonna keep
until
making
we get the
successful
PD over
films
here.
out of y'all trauma.
here, let me,
Cause y'all don't
let me
change.
No,
interject.
I don't care,
Y'all all the
criminal.
same.
I don't care, inmate. You got it. You
Like,
cooked us, and we gonna make sure Cook County come get you.
I never went to jail. I'm not from Chicago.
No, you
Shorty.
definitely a criminal.
Shorty, I'm not from Chicago.
You are a
Shorty.
criminal. We
What
can
does Chicago
tell.
got to do with anything? You
She
stereotyping
said
your
Cook
own
County,
people.
dumbass. That's in Chicago.
You
That's in
stereotyping
Chicago
your
jail,
own people.
dumbass.
Have you ever went to Chicago?
No,
Have you
I
ever
don't want
stepped
to
foot
be.
in Chicago? So don't speak
That
up.
shit is peasants. Peasants live
Okay,
there. I don't want
next,
to
You're
go
a
there.
next,
peasant.
next.
Low income probably live there. I
You
don't want to go
sound
there.
like
I'm
low
sorry.
income
Low
poverty.
income in Chicago?
The
Are you
fuck?
dumb?
No, yes, low income. They broke as fuck down
You
there.
just said you never went there. How would you know if they broke?
What the fuck? It's televised. It's
Oh,
everywhere. I can go
brother.
search y'all shit up. Google is
Oh.
free, dumbass. What the fuck?
Next
Are
child.
you stupid?
all
You
right,
so
What's wrong with y'all
aggressive.
Arguing no
fucking
inmate. I ain't arguing with
intelligence?
no inmate.
wait, can I go?
You can
Y'all
go.
want me? Y'all want me to fit that narrative so bad because y'all bitter. Y'all some bitter ass black women.
You're right.
I
We
don't
bitter
ever
black
be that
women,
shit.
and you're a criminalized black man. You
Tell
got
me
it.
one time I went to jail.
Yesterday.
You on your way down.
How many relationships
You primed up and ready to get bent over.
y'all been in?
Over here trying to get your commissary
How many
points.
relationships
Leave us
y'all been in? How
alone.
many
Leave us
failed
alone,
relationships y'all been in?
commissary King.
It honestly just
Y'all.
sounds
Let
like you
Jay
hate
go.
black
Hold on,
people.
everybody. Let Jay go. Cause if we keep on entertaining this criminal, he got to go to prison. He gonna keep on talking. We just gotta let him. We gotta let him talk. Go ahead, Jay.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say that y'all are wrong or he's wrong or whatever, but everything is all perspective, right? So, what I see when I watch those movies is I have a more appreciation for the black woman and what they have to go through and what they endure. For instance, what was the movie with Taraji P Henson? Not the one that she just did, but the other one. I Can Do Bad All by Myself. Yeah, that one. So that movie made me have like a deeper love and a deeper appreciation for black women and the things that they have to go through. My mom was a single mom and raised me. So, and she went through her own, personal things that she had to go through, and she raised me and my brothers and my sisters. So,
Don't tell us about your mama. Tell her what did you learn from that movie? You like, damn, I finally realized my mama a person. Please.
are you talking about the movie? I Can Do
You
Bad.
said the movie did something for you. Tell us what it did for you, sir. What part was like, damn, this.
Bad All by Myself. I mean, that movie had
No.
me.
It gotta be an aha moment, sir. You said no the whole script.
No, I'm just saying the whole movie in general made me just have a better appreciation for like what
I'm
women
saying,
have to
what
go
part
through in
did you
general.
see? No, I'm saying, what part did you see? You like, damn, that's my part. Like, that's crazy. That message really getting through right now.
I
Just
mean,
help me out.
for one, not taking shit from a man that's trying to be abusive to you and abusive.
Period.
You know what I
That's
mean?
right. That's right, Jay. Don't take no shit, Jay. You right.
So it's like
That's it.
it's all perspective, right? So like I understand what y'all are saying, and like y'all aren't wrong in how like you saying you guys want to cancel, but y'all aren't wrong for that. It's y'all's perspective. But in my perspective, like I look at it, I look at the positives out of it.
So can I
Okay,
respond?
Jay, you hold on. Jay, you might have had better luck than us. Like, I get it.
Well, my thing is, right? So, okay, so that was the message you got from that, right?
Yeah.
At what point does he stop giving the same message? Name a Tyler Perry movie when a woman wasn't abused. That's always his
Now
story.
that I agree
It's
with
been
you.
his story from
That
the
I
beginning
agree.
of okay.
So
It's been
That I
his
that's the
agree.
story.
only thing we've been trying to
It's
say
been
this
his
whole
story
time.
from the beginning of the time, right? So at what point do you go find some new material? Are you going to keep painting these? And what y'all don't understand is while we're being abused, he makes sure to let it be known that y'all are the ones abusing us. So at what point is he going to come up with a new storyline? It didn't work the first time. DV rates did not go down, and it didn't work the next 12 times. In fact, while he's making this woman get her behind whipped, and the next scene he's telling a joke and we're all laughing. So please tell me what he's doing.
And he also doesn't never, he don't, and I'm gonna go to you because I see somebody new up here. He also don't never talk about he don't never show the experience of what it's like to be homeless and living in his car and then, starting to write and do plays. Why he don't tell that story? It's plenty of
What?
sexuals. What you
So he
say?
ain't have that woman and her kid living in that fucking van?
No,
Quiet.
no,
So he
his
ain't have a movie when
story.
that woman and that kid were living in that fucking van and she was doing fucking housekeeping for his.
Go
You
ahead.
definitely going
Thank
crazy.
you.
Go
Y'all
ahead.
lying. Y'all
I'm
lying.
not. I promise I'm not
I think
long-winded.
you
I
lying
just
too.
wanted to say that I understand that Tyler Perry, he does sensationalize Black trauma. When I watched it, even when I was put on to him before he got popularized and like the plays, and I understood, like it irritated me too. I never understood why my family, especially my Christian family, gravitated towards him. Didn't get it because to me, the way my family's high strung on Christian, okay, he's a man dressed like a woman. That should be an abomination on its own. But y'all love him so bad. That's cool. However, when I watched the movie a couple of days ago, something like in me, I'm like, yeah, I don't like this. This is making me uncomfortable. But when I watched Taraji's interview, I kind of understood. At the same time, I know he sensationalizes Black trauma. That is very weird and scary. But there's still people who go through stuff like that. Like me personally, I can't say like, oh, I went through that. I'm not gonna lie. However, I know a Janiyah, so maybe for me, that's probably why it was triggering, and I didn't know. However, these stories still need a platform. They still deserve to be told. It may not be your story. It may not even align with you. But I'm not going to say, hey, stop telling that story because it might motivate someone who's in that position. And that's
Yeah.
really like, I had to take myself out of that situation. Like, oh, I can align with that because, yeah, it didn't make sense to me, but I know it's helping somebody else. And even though he's weird about it, I know them stories speak to people that understand what it's like to wait on your check or understand what it's like to go through stuff like that. But I'm not going to dismiss it because I'm Black and I didn't have the same experience as you. We're still in this together, and I'm going to respect whatever point of view you had on life. And I just understood watching that, like, damn,
Can I ask
everybody
you a
thinks you're
question?
Black
Can I ask
doesn't
you
have the same experience.
can I ask you a question? When Tyler Perry, a man, writes his movies, who trauma is he speaking on?
It's mostly women.
No. I'm talking to 10.
Oh my bad,
I'm
King.
saying whoever
No,
the
I'm
line.
asking you. Do you ever see him talking about the trauma that men face, or is he a man telling the story for black women?
He probably is, but I'm just saying there's still people who identify with that story because we're not going to make it seem like Tyler Perry is a flop.
But
There's
it
still
was
people
made
who
up
align with
though.
him. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to
But I'm
dismiss the
saying
facts.
one of the things I'm realizing, a lot of y'all uneducated on tropes. Y'all don't know the Jezebel or Sapphire. Y'all don't know how them tropes work. Y'all don't know the evolution of the minstrel shows.
No, I'm not saying it's
No.
not a trope, but still
Pause
people
for a second.
identify.
Pause for a second. Y'all don't understand how these tropes, these stereotypes have evolved over time. Y'all don't understand how black women seeing themselves in media a certain way has a direct correlation with they feel like their ability to what they can attain in life. We got black women out here who are fucking educated. We got black women out here who fucking buying property, opening business.
Okay.
They not showing. Hold up for a fucking second. Don't try to shut me up. And
I'm
you
not
want
trying to shut you up, but you're making it seem like we
I
can't have
don't
different
listen,
experiences.
ma'am.
But you not
Let,
even hearing
let,
her
let a black
answer.
woman, ma'am, let a black woman speak for black women for a change. What I'm saying is, all this shit that we got going on in our community, and this nigga want to keep dragging us down to some fucking trauma all the fucking time.
He's not speaking
It's
for
like,
black
Thing is,
excellence,
you
though.
gotta
I
That's
shut
all
up.
think
I'm.
You gotta fucking shut up. I'm talking.
Damn,
What
that's
I'm
rude
saying,
as hell.
I don't give a fuck. I'm rude. I'm
Picking it
fucking
up. He's
rude.
not speaking for black
No.
women as a
Hold
whole.
up. Pause. I'm talking. I don't give a fuck about what you're saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Cause y'all say he's not speaking for black women, but the protagonist is always a fucking traumatized black woman.
All
And the
right,
fucking
sis, you got
hero
it.
always a fucking nigga with a bad wig on. And y'all say, well, he
Okay.
not, cause you can't shut. Damn. What I'm saying is, y'all don't understand how media first started and how over time the fucking tropes have evolved. Y'all don't get it. You don't know what it means.
Agreeing with
Shut the
you.
fuck up.
You're
I don't care.
Take
I'm
your own
talking.
advice.
like you're
Could you stop
Jay,
interrupting
shut
me?
up. You're sassy.
Damn. I'm just trying to make a point. You keep fucking shutting, jumping in. That's what I'm saying.
you're making
No.
it up though.
You want to give that nigga a mouthpiece, but I can't say nothing.
I'm disagreeing with you. You're making it
I
up.
don't
Like
care.
Bro,
Stop
you're so
interrupting
ignorant.
me.
Oh my
She
god, you're
just wants to
ignorant as
finish
fuck.
her sentence.
She keeps
Like,
screaming.
Go,
hold
so
on.
Ignorant
go
as
ahead.
fuck.
Wait, whoa. Are y'all okay?
No, that's what I'm saying. Tyler Perry can
really
talk for
hype
black
with
women
me like
all
I'm
day,
disagreeing with you,
but
like I'm
I
the
can't
enemy.
speak for
Oh,
shut the
why,
fuck up.
why won't you let Tara finish? Like, why won't you let her finish?
Me crazy and I wasn't talking to
She's
her.
I'm
not.
not talking to
You
you no
keep
more, ma'am.
interrupting her.
Well,
There's no hope for
don't
you.
talk slick.
No,
Talk like you got some
no.
sense.
Ma'am, there ain't no hope for you. I'm not talking to your dizzy ass. I'm making a point because we in a fucking
Relax.
a panel discussion. There's other people here.
You're
You
talking
can go
crazy
ahead
for
and
nothing. Get your point across.
ma'am, shut the fuck up before you go. You better take a lap.
I won't die. I promise.
All right, fine. Go take a fucking lap. That's fucking crazy. But what I'm saying is, y'all not educated on that shit, and y'all don't understand what consuming these type of images over time, what it does to your subconscious mind. There's a reason why when they do the doll test to kids in fucking preschool, little black girls point to fucking black dolls and call them ugly and stupid. Y'all don't understand that. So when you're like, oh, well, he's making a point. Well, shit, if I talk about somebody getting high and at least they felt good for 20 minutes, you like, well, the point was made. That's fucking stupid. But let me say something. No, you need to stop talking. Let Tyler Perry stand up for us and say something. Y'all not educated on the topic. Y'all don't give a fuck to look into it. That's all.
It's always weird when people interrupt people and then get mad at their response to them disrespecting them by interrupting. Like, y'all be interrupting people, and then when people talk to you crazy, quote unquote, you want to get in your feelings. Y'all don't be having no self control. Bam, you gotta turn your camera on, and then Turn it back off.
I got her interrupted
Is
5
my
times
thing
and
is,
didn't
all
do
right,
that.
Jay, all right, I had enough of you. Like, you were calling her uneducated and all that. I had enough of you.
She is
So my
uneducated.
thing, you're uneducated. So my whole
No, I
thing
have
is,
2
right?
degrees, sweetheart.
Shut the fuck up.
I have
Shut
2
up.
degrees,
Just be
sweetheart. Sorry.
quiet. You're so
2 degrees.
sassy. Be
Oops.
quiet. So anyway, my thing is, when she said that, like, this is things that happen, I looked it up, and you can look it up. Nowhere has it ever been documented that there was a BLK woman who robbed the bank because her child unalive. It's just never happened. Now, when you look it up, you actually do see it happening to white T women, but it's not a part of our history, and it's not anything that we go through. So this is what we talk about when we say he pulls things out of his behind, so and adds this stereotype to us. It's not acceptable. Literally, it's made up.
That
We've
means
never
black
experienced
women
this.
willing to go to the
Shut
extreme
your
to make
ass
sure their
up.
kids good. Dumbass. Y'all don't listen to the message.
I'm
That
a
was wrong with y'all
dumbass?
motherfuckers.
You can't read.
That was
Inmate
wrong with y'all
276.
motherfuckers. Y'all motherfuckers are blind, bro.
Listen,
That's literally
inmate
what he's saying.
276.
Black women will
No,
go
you're
to
calling
the
a black
extreme to
man an
make sure their
inmate. That's
kids
I'm
good,
calling you an
dumbass.
inmate too. You shut up, inmate. Anyway,
Bro,
as I was
y'all are
saying,
ignorant, bro. This
yo,
why
so
Ignorant
then
as
this why
fuck.
leave.
NFL niggas be dating white women. Y'all
So
ignorant as fuck.
leave.
No, and then they go to jail.
We want anybody but you.
But hold on,
Anyway,
Blessing. Hold on, let's address that. They be dating YT women, then they end up in a grave or go to jail. Point proven.
Not all of them.
Not
A
all
lot
of
of
them
them.
at
Not
all.
all of them.
A lot of them. A lot of
Y'all
them.
Nah.
mad with the hood
Hold
boys.
on, hold on. I
you
got
are
it,
the
y'all.
hood
Hold
boy. Do you
on.
hear how you speak?
Hold on, y'all. No, Bill, you mad because you ain't getting picked by NFL nigga. The things you'll
Get
do
into
for a
it.
jock
I'm straight
strap.
as a
The
bitch. Stop
things
playing
you'll
with me.
do for a jock strap. The smell of nigga jock strap is crazy, huh?
Y'all love throw that gay
Wait,
card on the
Jay,
nigga.
Jay,
Y'all
yo,
hoes be weird as
Jay,
Hold
fuck.
on, y'all.
Y'all hoes
Hold
be
on, because y'all
weird.
gotta hear
Y'all
me
hoes be bumping
talking
coochies and
something.
shit.
Y'all, hold on, y'all.
Playing
Calm
fucking.
down. The things you would do for a cock strap. The things that you would do to
Talking about
smell a
yourself like
nigga,
that. That's not cute.
shoulder
That's not
pads is
cute.
crazy, ain't it?
Stop exposing yourself like that. That's
No,
you
not
know
cute.
you
what?
exposing
That's not ladylike.
yourself. You exposing
That's
yourself.
not ladylike, shorty.
Remember, this lady is bitter, but your
You bitter as
ass
fuck.
would love to have a coochie that you can pop.
You bitter
I
as
think
fuck.
it's odd for y'all as men and claiming to be straight men. Y'all are coming to the rescue of a man who dresses up in dresses. Like, let's just let that sink in for a second.
Y'all trying to look at the picture without looking
Bro,
at the
this is
fucking
so funny.
message. That was wrong with
So
y'all niggas.
anyway,
Y'all
like,
blinked in the
Wait, hold
the
on,
motherfucking
message
mind.
doesn't apply to our community.
Y'all,
You
hold
can
on,
look
wait,
it
Y'all,
up.
listen,
wait, Blessing, hold on, y'all, hold on.
y'all combative as fuck.
Are
Hold
you
We said
okay?
that.
on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna start having to drop people. When y'all hear me talking, y'all gotta stop. When I try to get control, y'all be taking over. I don't like rushing my points or my jokes because people want to interrupt and say something. I want to be able to land the shit I want to say because what I'm saying is really gonna cut right to the meat. But y'all keep cutting me off, and I'm feeling like I gotta hurry up and try to rush my shit out. But I can take my time because I want to say something about to Billy. The thing that's so interesting about you and you want to compete with these is at the end of the day, y'all misogyny gonna override any other phobia or any other isms. Y'all gonna stick together. Y'all be locked up like crabs. Y'all be stuck together like fucking dogs. Y'all gonna support Tyler Perry, even though he is living a double life, even though he is probably somewhere getting bent over left and right players and trying to throw that in our face. Y'all want to fuck them NFL players. Y'all wish that Bill, RJ, y'all too. Y'all want to fuck them NFL players. That's why y'all think throwing NFL players and who they fucking in our faces is gonna do something. Y'all niggas is weird. Y'all black men are always trying to compete with black women. Then y'all try to hide and say, like, you saying bitter, you saying this. If we so bitter, let us be bitter. We don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about you jailbird inmates. I don't
But
care.
y'all have babies with
Trust
them.
me, I don't care.
Y'all have babies with
I
them
don't
though.
care.
Y'all
I
have
don't
babies
give
with
a
them
fuck
though.
about y'all. I'll be a single mother,
Can
a
you go
bitter Betty. I'll be whatever you want to call it. I'll be anything but an inmate.
call your dad?
I
Shut the
don't
fuck
give a
up. You
fuck.
go
I
call
don't
your
give a
dad
fuck
right now.
about what you talking about.
That's what's wrong with your ass.
I
You don't
don't
got
give
no
a
fucking
fuck
dad in
about
your
what
life.
you're
That's why
talking
you act
about.
like that, shorty.
My daddy will
You
see
need
you in
love.
cell block C, bending
That's
your
what I'm
ass
saying.
over,
That's what I'm
fucking
saying.
you
You
in
don't
your
got no fucking
throat.
dad in your life.
That's what my
You
daddy
never
will see
had
you at.
guidance. That's why you
Don't
look
worry
at men
about
like
it. My
this.
daddy will see you in cell block 3 when he bending your ass backwards and making you eat his fucking cock, bitch. That's where you will
Shit,
see my
sad, bro. You
daddy
don't
at.
got no dad.
Tell
That's
him I
wrong with y'all
said,
motherfucking
hey.
women.
Tell him I said, good luck. Good luck with you. Because I'm sure that fish is funky. Tell him that.
I be exposing y'all women, bro, cause y'all be don't having dads. Y'all be gay as fuck. Y'all be really gay as fuck. Y'all love throwing that gay card on a nigga when a nigga call
Wait,
y'all
why
out
are
of
you
y'all
not
bullshit.
mad? Why are
And
you not
y'all
mad
really
when
be
Tyler
bumping
Perry do the
coochie.
same
Y'all be
thing?
playing bumper
Tyler
cards on the
Perry
low.
does the same thing. He throws the gay card at y'all man all the time on his shows.
When the last time he
What are
threw a
we
gay card
talking
at us?
about? I could name 3 shows right now that he does
Are
that.
you
Name them.
serious? Y'all always humping each other
Name
in his
them.
shows.
Like
What
what?
are you talking
Zatima,
I don't know what the fuck that
Ruthless.
is.
Hold on, one
You just said
second.
name 3.
For
Let's not
somebody
let's
You
y'all
not
talking
want
get
to
about the
rid of
cancel,
team?
y'all
What the
shouldn't be
fuck is
watching
that?
all the shows.
let's not name the shows. Let's talk about them glory holes in them bathrooms.
Mm.
Let's talk about that. You want to talk about bumping cats? What's wrong with coochie? Ain't coochie good? Let me find out you don't like coochie. I thought coochie was the best.
Shawty, yo, you gay. That's why y'all be
Wouldn't
against
everybody
men
want coochie? Why are you
being
shaming?
for
Why
real.
are
Y'all
you
don't like
shaming
men for real,
motherfuckers for
bro.
wanting coochie?
Cause y'all don't like us for real. Y'all like
Oh,
women, bro.
you hate us so bad because you
But
don't
we
like
respect
coochie.
the
You up
LGBTQ
here trying to
community.
shame people on a public platform about
And
coochie.
shit about y'all, but y'all
You
love talking shit
mad? You
about us.
don't
That
like
shit crazy.
coochie? You don't like coochie?
She got
No,
my
you
dick
don't.
sucked 2 hours ago. What the fuck are you talking about? My girl
You
just
did a
left my
bad
crib
job
2
because now
hours
you at
ago.
her yelling at us.
Do you want to see the fucking
How you
video?
get your dick sucked? You up here yelling? She must have teething off, wasn't it? Trash, garbage.
No, because
You
I
mad
hate
as
stupid
shit.
ass people that think like this, bro. That shit
Ain't you supposed to
irritates
be
me,
sleep?
bro.
You supposed to be knocked out, sleep under the AC right now.
The
You just
bitch,
got
what the
there.
fuck? I'm a grown ass
Go
man,
somewhere.
bitch. Time is money. I just got done
Don't
getting
call
some
me a
money.
bitch. Don't do that.
No.
You fairy.
The
This
fuck
the
is you
hold
talking
on.
about?
Y'all missing
I'm up
it.
all night. You talking about?
He was just with somebody 2 hours ago. Don't show that boy video. Don't get up here
You want to see a video?
showing that
What you
boy
want to upload
video.
this shit on
We
Twitter?
don't
The
we
fuck?
get it. We're not new. It's 2025. We done seen it.
Mark, what the fuck you talking about?
We know the ass get creamy. We know it. We know ass get creamy and wet. I done seen it before. I'm not shocked. You
Bro,
ain't about to
this
trick
is
me. I know the difference
crazy.
between boy pussy and girl pussy. You ain't gonna trick me.
Pussy
I
ain't-
get it.
You
I get
weird
it.
as hell.
I get
Oh,
it.
bro,
He
somebody
squirted
got to study
all over
your weird.
you. I get it. He ain't make a mud mess.
Wrong with you,
He
shorty?
squirted on you. I got you. I got you.
Nigga talking about what the fuck be
No,
wrong with y'all women, man?
sound like your throat stretched long and hard. I get it. You
Y'all
got
hear
it.
this shit, y'all? Y'all really hear this shit?
No,
This
do
shit
you
sad,
hear
bro.
it? Can you still hear?
You need some dick in your life, shorty. That's what you need. You need
No,
some
everybody
dick.
can't get the dick you get. I get it.
I mean,
I'm not hating. I'm
you
not
need some
hating.
dick,
I
shorty. Man, you
might
need your dad, bro. Your dad.
the
Hey, where
type
your
of dick
bro?
you get, I might need it. I don't
We
know.
need to start a GoFundMe for your dad. We gotta find your dad.
He think they gonna get you right because it got him right.
Right. I get it. Like I'm saying, like I fuck with it. Maybe the dick you get would get me right. It might would
I ain't
have
gonna
me
lie, bro.
meek and
I feel
mute.
bad for y'all, bro. I ain't gonna even lie, bro.
So hold on, one more
I
question.
do
I feel
too.
bad for y'all
I
women,
do too.
bro.
Hold on. I don't need y'all to try to run the train on me. Y'all can calm down. This ain't
Who the
it.
fuck want that nasty ass shit? Shawty, you gotta spit. You got a jump starter. We don't want that nasty ass,
You
dry
think
ass
Gucci?
shit.
We know
The
you think
fuck?
Gucci disgusting.
That
So
desert ass
Oh,
pussy. We don't want that
didn't I
shit.
tell y'all?
he
I
said
told y'all. Let him
Shawty, you
talk.
got a spit
He said
starter,
that shit
bitch. We
gross.
gotta spit on that shit. What the hell you talking about?
He said he prefer a creamy ass. Is crazy.
I get it. Like,
We
look,
got a jump starter, y'all.
Bill. I'm not trying to compete with how good your pussy is. I'm not. I got it. You got that good shit. Your shit creaming right now. You flooding right now. You sitting on the motherfucking swamp right now. I can't compete. I get it. That shit tight, wet, and it's flooded. I'm
Dollars.
not mad.
Fucked up.
I'm not mad with you. I ain't trying to compete with you. This old lady ain't trying
Shawty,
to
I would
compete
never
with you.
compete with you. You's a
No,
woman,
you
shorty.
got it. You got it. You
I
got
don't
it.
compete with
Cream
nobody.
pie.
I'm going
You
against
got it.
me
Juice
every day. I'm
box.
competing with myself
You
every
got
day.
it.
What the
Wet
fuck
and
are you talking
sloppy.
about?
You
I'm not
got
worrying about
it.
y'all
You got
peasants.
it.
What wrong with y'all?
Your shit is just it's bomb.com. I get it. I can't compete. Like one thing about me, I support the good coochies out there. If you got good Bucci and it's wet and it get the boys going, them niggas can't last in it. Power to you. Hey, that's why I'm bitter and single. But while you got all the boys coming and
Bitter and single.
fucking
That's
over
why
you,
I'm in a
that's
relationship. I've
beautiful.
been in a
You got
relationship
it.
since I was in fucking
You
high
got
school.
it.
You
You
bitter
got
as
it.
shit.
You
I'm out
got
So
it.
here.
you
I've
want
been
to?
out
So
here
y'all
for
want to
over 5
cancel Tyler
years now.
Perry,
You
but
are
y'all
bitter.
act
You
like
don't got nobody
Jay,
love you.
no.
That's why
You got it, juice box. You got it, juice box. I get it.
nah. Y'all gonna hear me. So y'all want to
No. I don't want to hear
Bitch
you.
ass.
cancel Tyler?
I don't want to
Shut
hear
up.
you cock sucking Bill.
Come on.
Bill already sitting on a sore wet ass. We don't got got time for you to be trying to fill him up with your shit. Pimps a dick. That's too much. We got too much going on. I want y'all to lay off me. I ain't trying to compete with the juice box boys. I ain't trying to compete with you swamp monsters. I get it. Y'all shit be tight and wet and can't nobody compete. Y'all throats, it's like a damn it's a gripper. Y'all know how to open up that throat and squeeze them motherfuckers. I can't do it. I don't got the skills.
All right.
You're not a man. You don't know how to suck dick.
I know you do.
No head, whack
Tell
as
us how you
fuck.
do it. Tell us how you do it.
You would never have no man because you don't know how to suck dick.
You right. You right.
What? Your
You
pussy
right.
wet and you
Hey,
can't suck
fellas,
dick.
can I
You a
say
waste
something
of
to the
fucking
fellas
energy.
real quick?
Your
Hey,
ass need
fellas,
to perish.
fellas,
What's wrong
fellas.
with you? What's your
I don't
purpose?
even know why
What's
y'all
your
going
purpose,
back and
shorty?
forth with the
The
women, man.
fuck?
Y'all should already know if y'all been told by the OGs you ain't never gonna win against no woman.
Now hold up.
So it's
That's
no
not
point
your
in
real
you debating,
voice.
man. What?
That's not your real voice.
How that's not my real voice?
You don't talk like that. Nobody talks like that.
Bro, this girl's so ignorant.
Everybody who's been in my live, including the hosts, know my voice. Now, if you've never been in my live that many times, then that's a different story, ma'am. Yeah, my voice is like this. I'm not making that shit like this. It's been this way since 13.
No, you don't sound like that for real.
No, my voice is like this.
Look, let me tell you something, TK.
What
Whatever
the
voice you
hell?
got, it got them boys. They over there melting. Them motherfuckers are meeting like I ain't never heard. These motherfuckers said, "Let me shut up." It's a real
No. I'm just. I
Damn,
want
they
y'all.
gonna start
I
throwing
know.
their
I know
pins
how
at
y'all
you,
ladies.
TK.
I know how y'all ladies are, right? So with that being said, I had to let them know that they walked into the wrong live with that energy, right? And of course, if they learned,
He pushing
early
that shit
on
out.
that they
He really
y'all not
pushing
gonna
that
win
shit out,
against y'all not gonna
y'all.
win against the women, man. So just hang that shit up, going back and forth with them.
It's not no winning or
It's not
losing
about winning.
situation,
It's
bro.
not
It's
about winning,
awareness,
bro. I don't
bro.
care
We
about
spreading
winning.
awareness in this
No,
bitch.
I understand, but
That's all we
clearly,
spreading, gang.
y'all, to the other women in here and the other men that would come up in here, y'all would be considered looking sad. It's the interweb, right? So I wouldn't even press the issue, man.
Bro, if
If
you
it's
know
not
who you
really
is, gang, that shit when you
responding
ain't
to the
supposed to
prompt,
phase you.
Look, now, ain't
yeah,
nobody
man.
worried about them niggas. Ain't no motherfuckers who got their whole fist up their ass gonna bother me. These motherfuckers is literally fisting their own
Shawty, I
assholes
got
on
a dad. I
live.
can
I
call
don't
my
give a
dad on
damn what they
live. I can
talking
call my
about.
dad on live. Can you?
So,
Can
put
you
him
call
on
your
live,
dad right
G.
now?
Call your
Put him on
dad.
I
there.
can call my dad
Yes,
right
You
now.
see,
dad.
you see, she didn't answer the question.
No. Call
You
your
can't call your
dad.
dad.
You see, she didn't
My
answer the
fatherless
question.
child.
Call your dad. Call your dad. Put him on.
I
Call
want to ask
him.
him why he raised a bitch.
Another fatherless
No.
child.
Call your
Call your dad,
dad.
bro.
Call your dad. Put your dad on the phone. Put your daddy
Tara,
on the
I
phone.
think the
Tara, seek
conversation got
therapy.
derailed
Hell,
because Billion started coming with a bit of aggression and insults. And honestly, the points that Billion and Jay, that you two were making, is all being invalidated by the way that you're engaging with Black women now. Like, Jay, you said that the movie with Taraji P. Henson taught you something about what Black women go through, especially because you were raised by a single mother, I think you said, but then turned around and said that's why the NFL players want white women. So, like,
But
Where's
do
the
you, but
accountability
do
on
you
y'all's
see the
part?
obviously,
type of men that support Tyler Perry? Like, these are the type of people that don't
Where's
want
the
women to put in.
accountability on y'all's
Shut
Hey,
up.
part?
Dre, you just
These are the
talking.
type of
Where's
people
the
that don't want.
accountability on y'all's
Okay,
part?
we heard you the first time, Seth.
So where is it? Y'all
We
never
heard
take
you. I'm
accountability.
speaking.
Y'all never take accountability.
All right, let me take accountability right now, right? Sometimes, like you said, you're raised by a single mom. Sometimes single moms raise bitches, and I'm gonna take accountability. I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna take accountability. Anyway, as I was
Accountability
saying,
Yeah, my mom
absolute.
raised a person
your
that
Typical
mom
has
black
raised a
woman.
2
bitch. Can I
degrees.
finish
Typical
talking?
black
2
woman.
degrees, sweetheart. 2
But no,
degrees.
Okay,
listen, wait,
I
listen.
don't care.
fellas,
Don't let him slide. Billion, put your daddy on the phone.
Oh, I'm your motherfucker. Hold on,
let
I'm your
us land
motherfucker.
her
Bro,
plane.
females
Wait,
take
hold
no
on,
Y'all
TK,
can
accountability
understand
hold on.
whatsoever,
I
bro.
want
Yeah,
Shit
Billion to put
crazy.
his bitch ass daddy on the phone. Put your
Yeah, I
punk
want to
ass
hear
daddy
from the
on the
oh
daddy.
my
phone.
gosh.
Look how they talk, bro. How can y'all
Nah,
No.
put
defend
that
this
bitch
shit,
on the
bro?
phone.
How can y'all
No,
defend
I
this? This is
understand what y'all
crazy.
look, man. I'm gonna tell you this is It's been a
Hey,
while
y'all
since I've
can't be
been in
talking
this
all
live.
crazy when my
Okay,
pops
so
get on
yeah,
this
yeah,
bitch.
yeah.
Oh God,
You
it ain't
ain't
gonna go like
lying.
this.
You got bitch on the phone.
I'm saying though, y'all gonna have to fix y'all attitude, bro, because I would never
Yo,
disrespect y'all
fuck you
folks.
and your dad,
No,
bro.
no,
Yeah,
no.
this
Hold
I'm
Bro,
on.
you
saying
see
though,
what I'm
like real
talking
shit though,
about?
Hold
like
on.
all
Hold,
jokes
hold,
aside,
whoa,
y'all
whoa,
ain't
whoa,
finna
whoa, whoa.
disrespect my folks on
Everybody,
here.
hold
That's not
on.
finna
One
go on right here.
second.
Yes, I
Let the
am.
host talk.
So
Hold
if y'all
on,
gonna show
Billion.
respect,
Hold on. Hold on. No. You put your bitch ass hoe ass dad on the phone. Don't
I'm not
dictate
doing
how we
that because
talk to
you
that
already
bitch.
disrespectful. We don't even
Don't
take
dictate
that shit. I
how we
don't even
talk to
know you
that
to
bitch.
touch you.
Because when you start disrespecting everybody else, daddy, we gonna disrespect your bitch ass daddy.
I never called your dad a bitch though. I never called your dad a bitch. Even though your dad wasn't in your life,
What
I never
punk
called him a
raised
bitch.
you? Let us know what punk ass nigga raised you.
I'm correct with respect. I'm
No,
not finna have
I ain't
nobody
coming
in here
correct.
getting talk like this. You
Put
Wait,
your
crazy as
funk
fuck.
ass
He's a
daddy on
grown
the
ass
phone.
man. What the fuck
do
wrong
you
with
stay
y'all?
with your by yourself or with your mama? I'm just asking.
Do he sound like a
What
man
you
that can
say,
pay
Sweet Pea?
bills?
No, I was just asking. Like, do you stay by yourself or with your mama?
Shawty, I'm in my domain. What the hell are you just talking about?
No, because you
This is
said when you
Daryl.
first came on here, you
This is
said
Daryl.
you stay with people. So I'm just asking.
When the fuck I ever said I stay with
Okay,
somebody?
you ain't say that. You right.
He be
That what
gaslighting
wrong
him.
with y'all ass? Y'all just be
No. Where
assuming.
your
You
daddy
ain't say
at?
that.
Y'all don't never want to hear the facts. Y'all just assuming. Oh, I think
We
this. I
want the
think that.
facts. Put
He
your
getting
daddy on
bent
the
over. He doing
phone.
this. What the fuck
No,
wrong
come
with y'all
on.
logic?
I wait for the
That what y'all
cameo. Where
can't
your
lead.
daddy
That way
at?
y'all would never lead. Y'all lead by motion, not logic.
Emotional.
Nigga,
That
where
way
your
y'all
daddy at?
fucked
Are you
up
gonna call
now.
your daddy or not? We waiting.
Now
Nah,
you
y'all
say you can call
disrespectful.
his
You keep
daddy.
talking about
Call
y'all
him
call his
up.
dad a bitch.
No,
Why would I
no.
let
You
my
say you can
fucking
call that
60-year-old
nigga up.
dad
Call
hear
him
y'all
up.
call him a
Call
bitch?
him up.
What the
Call
fuck
your
wrong with
daddy,
y'all?
sir. Call
Bill,
his
Y'all
don't even
bitches are
daddy.
Bill, don't even
disrespectful.
play into their shit, bro. Don't even play into
No,
their
no.
shit,
He
bro.
said he can call his dad. Call that
Y'all are
nigga.
Nah,
Call
nah,
your
disrespectful,
nah,
dad,
bro.
nah. That's
Jay,
bro.
just
Jay, get
disrespectful.
your thumb out that nigga ass. Calm down. Pipe down, nigga. Pipe
That's some
down.
real nigga shit. Y'all just disrespectful,
You
bro.
a
What's
whole
wrong with y'all
weirdo,
black
bro.
women?
You a whole weirdo, for real.
Pipe down, nigga. Pipe
The
down.
This
fuck?
shit
Niggas
crazy,
lame as
She
bro.
don't
fuck.
even have a dad to respect a man.
You don't
The fuck?
Exactly.
either. That's why
Nigga,
you
you
can't
ain't got
call
a nigga
I
him.
ass
got
never
one. I
show
can
up.
call
So
him, but
call
y'all gonna be
him.
That nigga ain't
disrespectful,
never
not
show
calling
up.
nobody. What the fuck
Call
wrong with
him. You know
y'all?
he's not gonna answer because you be asking for money.
Wait, can
My
I just
ass
ask
grown
where
as
you
hell. You
from?
think I can put him
Blessings,
on a
where you
chat with
from?
somebody
I'm
calling
from
them
your
bitches and
mom,
hoes, and I don't even know y'all?
and it stinks there.
It could have been
But
different. I know y'all. Cause I would have had my sister pull up and tie that ass.
hey,
It would have
blessings,
been
where you
different.
from?
Is your
Crazy.
sister
Where you
in there
But
from?
I
Where
don't
too?
you
know
How you
from?
call your
y'all.
sister because your daddy ain't show up? That's crazy.
Hey, blessings, where you
Oh
from?
damn. Blessings.
I
Where
Just
got
you
mind
from?
it. My
Yeah.
business game. This come with passion, gang. When you
Y'all
speak with
gotta tap the
passion,
screen.
sometimes you get loud, gang.
I don't know who trying to report and tap the screen. What the fuck?
I'm not reporting shit. I ain't no snitch. The fuck?
Oh Lord.
Ain't no
Blessings.
some
Yeah,
bitter
They
ass black
yeah,
reported
women.
yeah,
your
yeah.
page, Blessings.
What's good,
And
bro?
Y'all
I've
gotta
been
tone it down, man.
No, no, I'm chilling, man. I'm really just laughing at this, bro.
He might
Like,
got to tone it
I'm
down.
just laughing. I'm
Yeah.
really laughing. It's crazy.
And I haven't been disrespectful to anybody, not one time. But when I give a view,
Hold up,
I'm
this
being
daddy
told,
ain't
"Oh,
never
you're
show
just
up.
talking just to talk."
No, hold on.
Do
Drea
you get
trying to say
elected? Can I
something.
get a job in your I
Hold
got a job in
on.
your Hey, come on through, Chris. Staff? Come on through, Chris. Come on through.
What you said, Drea?
Well, like I've been respectful of everybody this whole time, but yet when I give a viewpoint, then I'm being told, "Oh, you're just talking to talk." At least it's coming from you.
Just talking,
A
Adria.
hundred
Just
woman
talking.
versus accountability.
Wiz.
0.
I have not said one thing that was disrespectful to either of you this
Nah,
whole
you ain't
time.
say nothing disrespectful, but you just talking.
Okay, so when I give a viewpoint and
Sorry, Adria. Please
no,
recite it.
I was just making the point that you guys were saying that the points that you were making about his films was that it's supposed to be shedding light on the struggles of Black women. And Jay specifically said that the movie with Taraji P. Henson allowed him to recognize what Black women go through, especially because he was raised by a single mother. But I'm saying that that's being combated now,
Thank you.
like that.
But no, yeah, I said that in the comments too. I was like, that clearly was a joke, but I guess nobody read that. But
Nah,
you
I
know.
was joking too. Every stereotype y'all say, and then I say a stereotype back. I'm just joking. It's a joke. When I called your daddy a punk, it was a joke. When I said, Jay, when I told you to take your thumb out my billion ass, it was all a joke. Instead of it was all a dream, it was all a joke.
Hey, see, now we kind of getting along a little bit.
Hold up, y'all gotta tap the screen.
Yeah, y'all got to tab,
Thank y'all
including
for the
Billion
bill.
and Jay, because y'all got my life fucked up.
Hey, I just liked it.
Y'all the reason why this shit going the way it's going. But Adrian got a point. Andrea, how you pronounce your name, baby? Because goddamn, I know a lot of people with your name.
It's Andrea.
Andrea, okay. Because I know a lot of people who have it spelled the way you spell it, but say it totally different.
Like 3 different ways. No, thank you for asking.
And
I'm calling
if you
you
don't
for
mind,
real. I
if
know
you don't
somebody.
mind, can I just say my little piece and then, I'm gonna let y'all have y'all shit
You know where your
right
voice
on
is
back.
real though.
Yeah, say your piece, TK.
Yeah. So I do agree with I do believe, because I've spoke about that before personally to somebody. I think we should cancel Tyler Perry, right? And I do agree with a lot of the things Tara did say towards the topic, right? She did speak some real I think she said it all. I'm not even going to rebuttal what she said because I'll be repeating it, and I don't think nobody need a tape recorder in this motherfucker. So that's all I wanted to say. I appreciate y'all for having me and let me come up and speak my piece and try to,
Calm it down.
mediate a little
TK, I
bit.
want you to teach me, TK.
Hey, TK, can I ask you a question?
Yes,
I want
sir.
you- I want TK to teach me.
I heard you, Tara, baby. What you say?
Are you from Baltimore?
Yes, ma'am. I'm in. Shit. God damn it.
No,
I
you
am,
good?
my G.
No, you good, bro.
Yeah, I'm from Baltimore.
Y'all obsessed. Y'all be obsessed.
All right.
What? I just asked where you was
Let me get the
from.
fuck out of here, buddy. Let me get the
TK gonna
fuck
teach
on.
me how to sound like a Baltimore nigga.
No, bro. I just asked where
Yeah.
you
No, I don't know about a Baltimore nigga.
too. Like,
Maybe a man, but
getting
I
tired.
don't know. Nah, I don't want to teach you no N ways. No. But I'm up out of here. I appreciate
You don't want
you.
me from Cherry Court or whatever.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good day and stay safe and stay dangerous. You heard?
All right, you too. Be good, TK. Glad you came up here. I love Baltimore. Cherry Hill. That's what I meant to say. Thank you, Tareen. Cherry Hill. Let me see, y'all. We got a couple folks.
Cherry Court.
Panel.
Where the hell is that at?
Girl made it up. Go ahead, Chris. Chris, I be seeing you in some strange places, but let's see what you talking about.
You see me in strange places.
I do.
What?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what that means, but all right. Yeah, I think I've been saying that we should be canceling Tyler Perry. I've been saying that for probably over a decade at this point. And I mean, I was on here a little bit earlier, and I know y'all talked about from the black woman's perspective, but even from the black man's perspective, we should be trying to cancel this dude because all he does is basically, I mean, we're always the abuser, we're always the narcissist, we're always the one that's, the one with the issues. We ain't got no job, or we broke, or whatever. Like, it's always the black man, and he's also colorist too. I haven't seen any of his recent stuff. Like I said, I haven't watched him in probably over a decade. But I know when I was watching him back in the day, he was colorist too, because it was always the blacker, the darker dude that was the problem, but then the light skinned dude would be the savior. And so I've had issues with him for a long ass time, and so I wish people would recognize, like, he's basically like just reinforcing all of the stereotypes that exist about black people, and it's not doing us any favors.
It sounds like you took that point right out of Blessing hand, but okay. Yeah, I mean, he don't do no favors, but I think it's even more insidious than that. He does purposely feed into the black stereotypes. And to me, the way he portrays black men shows you how he envisions his husband being. He think like he would love to have a light-skinned husband. He would. That's what he want.
I think that's his type.
That's his type, light skin.
Jamal Moore is his type.
With the curly hair. That's his type. He's obsessed with that look. And I think that a dark skinned man probably broke his heart and broke his back in. So
So like it's Tyler Perry, it's Martin Lawrence, is fucking what's the other nigga name? Eddie Murphy. Like these men who like to dress up as like black women and like make them seem like
Jay.
Like like all the problematic things that come with that is very interesting too, because like why he obsessed with being this older black woman? Like what the fuck is his problem?
Well, I will say, I think outside of Tyler Perry, I think a lot of our um, black men actors, especially comedic actors, were in some way coerced or forced, or however you want to put it, into wearing.
No, Eddie Murphy ain't had to do a fucking trilogy. No, fuck no.
Well, I mean, why do you think? What do you think the reason is then? Why is it that?
No, because they want to uphold the stereotype. What you mean? They're willing. That's what I said. Do y'all know who the fuck?
Well,
Action Stephens. Hold up, sir. All right, fuck it. Go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say like it's been talked about. It's something that's
And you
been
ain't even
discussed.
say nothing. You cut me off and you ain't even say nothing. That's crazy.
I mean, you cut me off just to
Like,
get to the
no,
point.
I did, because I was saying something. But y'all know who Etchin Stephens is, or Fetchin Stephens? That nigga, that's slow talking.
Stephen Fetch. Yep.
Yeah, so like, niggas will sell out the fucking community for a check.
Yep.
That's why they do it. Like, these motherfuckers let us say somebody forced them to put a dress on. Nah, nigga, you trying to get a check.
Well, if you want a career, I mean, it's
You
easy to say.
no,
It's easy to say that from your
no,
perspective.
no.
Facts.
I'm
Whole
on
woman, by the way. Like y'all don't act like women don't sell their body to move up in the industry. What the hell?
Boy.
Y'all,
So go ahead and be the black woman you want to be to get your money.
Wait, hold on, y'all. Hold on. For the last hour and a half, I've been trying to get this thing on my iPad, and I finally got it.
Shout out to you. I'm proud of you.
And the reason why I couldn't get into Chris came up here because Chris started coming up here talking with a little sense. He didn't come up here with a wet ass and a hard cock. He came up here calm and cool. But go ahead, Tara.
No, Billion was about to tell us how he about to be a black woman too. Go ahead, talk.
What the fuck?
Tell us what type of black woman you is. Go ahead, sir.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Billion still ain't put his pappy on the phone. I want to see what
that nigga ain't.
Y'all was being too disrespectful. Why would I let my old fucking dad come on this fucking phone?
I want to look your sorry daddy in his motherfucking eyes. I want to say
he ain't sorry,
I
bro.
want to tell your dad, look at me. I want to tell your dad to his face he was a bitch.
Let's see.
You want to know something though? You know why I respect that nigga?
You know you can't get that nigga on the phone though.
You want to know why I respect that nigga? When I was the age of 6 to like 10, he was a trapper. He was a trap star. He was. Look, hold on. He was.
So that nigga was gone. He wasn't raising you.
Well, he was raising me. What the fuck?
Oh, he was gone. We got it.
Damn.
Stop telling everybody your life story. That's not cool, Tara.
No, your daddy ain't even show up, nigga.
Call your dad. Call your dad right quick.
No, you ain't called your dad, nigga.
I told y'all gonna have to stop being disrespectful.
No, your daddy ain't never showed
up. Why would I look? What I'm looking like putting a grown ass man on the live that y'all gonna do disrespect
you gonna bring him over here for?
He don't even know y'all.
Why you trying to stick your daddy on us?
Cause I got a dad. I'm trying to show y'all, bro. Fathers are real, bro.
Where your dad at?
That nigga at his house.
That nigga ain't answering the phone for you. Come on now, for real.
Look, y'all, this the thing that's interesting about Billion. He's saying that Tara projecting. The first thing he said was that we don't know our daddies.
Y'all don't.
And then he don't know nothing, but he's like, we don't know our daddies. Then he was like, he can call his daddy, but yet he haven't been able to call his daddy.
I just told you over and over again. Why would I call my dad and y'all calling him bitches?
Where your dad at? Where you
don't know where that nigga at.
Y'all disrespectful as fuck. I wouldn't even put my grandma on the phone with y'all.
Why you bring him up then? Why you bring
y'all are too disrespectful. I don't know y'all, bro. So y'all gonna say some foolishness.
So
I don't want to hear that shit.
But you know that our daddy's not around.
You told us your daddy was around. You told us your daddy was
Did your daddy marry your mama?
No, my daddy did not marry my mama.
Even around. He couldn't even do bare minimum.
You just said from 6 to 12 that nigga wasn't around. He was out.
I said from 6 to 12 he was a trapper. He got locked up in 2013. He did. Look, he got locked up in 2013 because in the forum it came in his track spot. Guess what? He got out and opened his own car wash business. Very successful in Atlanta, Georgia. Y'all can go there. I got a whole family.
No, your father was fucking getting fucked.
I got a whole family restaurant. In Atlanta, Georgia.
Look, I'm telling you, your daddy got fucked.
Yeah, he got fucked.
Bro, that's wild.
Did somebody bring up a comparison of Martin Lawrence earlier?
Yeah, I was talking about them motherfuckers like dressing up like black women.
Yeah, it's
and portray
crazy.
all the
Like,
You hold
stereotypes.
you hold Martin Lawrence to the same on the same platform as Tyler Perry. Like, is that why
What's
he
the
was?
difference? Tell me what the difference
it's
is.
a huge
No,
difference.
I'm asking you what the
Any black man who dress up like black women and uphold a stereotype is problematic in my eyes. You tell me what the difference is.
Gotcha.
And he also was in his regular personality, being a quote unquote man, he was harassing and terrorizing the women that he worked with. And saying them
Did he get indicted for it?
What?
Did he get indicted for it?
Hold on. Let me tell you something. I get your daddy followed the no snitch
Oh my
code.
God, y'all just assuming now. Here y'all go with the assuming shit.
Hold on. That man who took his cheeks, he ain't tell, but that don't mean that the women didn't tell.
Yeah,
So did he get indicted? Did he face any prison time, jail time, or did he get sued?
Yo,
No,
daddy,
the man.
Okay then, y'all just assuming shit now.
Face no time. The man who took advantage of your dad didn't take no time. He called him. He just said we're a couple.
And that's why I'm not gonna
We're a
call him,
couple.
bro. Y'all too disrespectful, bro.
There was no legal
Too
discourse.
disrespectful.
There was no
You
legal
telling too
discourse
much of your
around
life on TikTok though. So that's
What the fuck you mean telling my life? What the fuck I tell
got no
about
daddy
y'all?
to call. Don't let this man lie to y'all. He ain't got no daddy to call.
When you first came on here, you said you got your ass beat for making a C. Then you said your daddy didn't marry your mama. Let me finish. You said you got your ass beat for making a C. You said your daddy didn't marry your mama. You said your daddy was a criminal.
You know why? That shit made me a better person
telling us your
every
whole
day.
life story.
That shit made me a better person every day. I'm spreading awareness, motherfucker. Some of y'all parents didn't whoop y'all ass. That why y'all kids in jail or dead. That's why. That's why y'all
My daddy ain't never put his
fucking
hands
trauma
on me.
that y'all went through.
No, nigga, my daddy ain't never put his hands on me. You tripping?
And only your daddy went to jail.
Your dad don't love you.
And only your daddy went to jail.
My daddy didn't go to jail.
You think abusive love is crazy?
I'm saying your dad don't love you. I just know your dad don't love you. Because you talk about men like this, your dad.
Your daddy left you with your mama. You just said he didn't marry your mama.
My daddy didn't let, bro. My dad had 50-50 custody. What the fuck are you talking about?
You just said your daddy didn't marry your mama. Why he didn't marry your mama?
He didn't. They didn't work out. Shit happens. You act like people don't go apart. What the fuck?
So he
How
made
long
your
was he at the jail?
This shit ain't no fairy tale story. This shit ain't no Disney story.
He made your mama a single
How long was
mama.
your daddy in the jail, sir?
This shit real life.
You're telling us this for what?
Billion. How long was your daddy in the jail?
My dad was in jail for like 4 years, bro. He got locked up. He was a big trapper in Atlanta,
So
Georgia.
your daddy is a criminal. So for
he's
4
a
years
criminal.
he
You
wasn't.
on here bragging
Hold up,
about
but 4 years he wasn't in your life.
Nigga, yes he was. What the fuck, nigga? Jail, bro. We was going down there to visit him almost every other.
That's not nothing to brag about. What are you talking about?
Bro, I'm not
Yeah,
bragging, bro. I'm
in the
telling
jail.
y'all what's going on. I'm telling y'all, bro, everything that Tyler Perry saying, that shit's true. That shit is true. I went through it. I was a witness. I was a witness, bro. I went through it. What the fuck is y'all
So you
talking
said
about?
it's talking about your mama, basically.
I'm not talking. What the fuck? Why I gotta talk about my
You
mama?
said it's true. So is Tyler Perry movies talking about your mama?
It is, yes. Some parts, yes, it is. At first, when they, man, I'm not finna get into all that shit because I don't want y'all to know me. Y'all don't know me. I don't give a fuck about y'all to know me. The fuck wrong with y'all? But I'm gonna say this.
We don't know you like you don't know your daddy though.
I know my dad. I can call my dad.
Call that nigga.
Can you call your dad?
You say you can call him, but you ain't call him yet.
The reason I'm not, bro, y'all too disrespectful.
You said your
see
daddy was a trap,
sound like y'all like 30
star?
plus.
So you don't see nothing wrong with Tyler Perry's movies?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nothing. I don't see nothing wrong. I feel like,
that's
bro,
what happened.
everything he's saying
He
is
don't know
true.
what
That
ain't
shit
shit nigga when
happens.
he
Y'all,
see him.
hold on. Y'all remember the movie that when
But
that
you know
lady,
what
when
also,
that lady was selling her kid?
But $1 Billion.
Hold on, pause. Y'all remember that movie when that lady was selling her kid because she was so in love with this man? Y'all don't think this should be going on for real?
Yeah, but you know
And when
what
that
also
lady
happens?
grew up, when she grew up, she disowned her mother and she looked at men as fucking predators. When she was going with that fucking bus man, and that bus man took her kids out when she went to sleep, and she thought her fucking she thought the
Oh,
motherfucker got kidnapped.
he's talking about Medea's family reunion.
Yeah, with Angela Bassett. This nigga
The Angela Bassett lookalike. Yeah.
So you don't see what the issue with him constantly using the same sort of tropes and traumas
No,
and
because it's
stereotypes.
still going on, bro. That's what I'm trying to get to y'all, motherfucker. The message is y'all still living the same
Let me ask you
stereotype.
this then. If it was a white man making these movies, would you be fine with it?
Man, hell yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you one of them.
Be a raccoon. That's what I'm
If
saying.
it's true, bro, I don't give a fuck who the fuck seeing the message. If it's
So
true, it's
let me
true.
ask you this.
I don't care about color.
Oh yeah, and then
Yeah,
let
white
Kawan,
supremacy.
after you finish, Chris, let
Yeah,
Kawan
so you don't have an issue with like white tea supremacy and like any of that.
Come on, bro. What the fuck?
What?
So when white people make movies on Lifetime, y'all don't complain about that. That's shit that goes on in their community.
Nigga, I ain't watched Lifetime in fucking decades, bro.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're complaining about what Tyler Perry's doing.
You watch Lifetime
In the
movies?
white community, you're not.
I'm not
shit.
part of the white community.
So why are you complaining about what Tyler Perry does?
Because I'm part of the black community, and he makes movies that.
And Tyler Perry's talking about what goes on in the black community. Are you?
Yeah, you know what also
is it
goes
making
on in the
sense?
black. You know what also goes on in the black community?
What?
You got people that's going to college, being successful.
Right.
And he had that.
Are you dumb like that?
I'm not done though.
Are you dumb or stupid?
Hold on. You know what also goes on in the black community? We have mothers and fathers that get along and can produce competent children and have great stories that can be something that we can aspire to be in the future, right? Like those also happen too.
Bro, he has that in his movies. Sue your school.
Hold on. Name one black movie that everything
bro.
you just described. Name one black movie.
That's the point. That's literally the fucking point.
Hold on. Name one black movie though. Name
You're
one black
proving
movie
our
that shit take
point.
place.
That's the point, my guy.
I'm a mute. Just name one black movie.
Just what do you mean? Name one black movie.
Black movie that shit you just said out your mouth take place in. Just name one black movie.
That's the point.
That's the point. Oh my god, child.
Saying name them, cause y'all, bro. People is not putting out movie like that, bro. People, bro.
That's
you know
the
what's wrong with the
fucking
black
point.
community? We thrive on drama. We thrive on dysfunctional. That's why the views go up. That's why when everybody seen that motherfucking movie that he recently just dropped, that shit went up. Y'all thrive on that shit. That's why he keep dropping shit. Why would he drop some shit that, it's cool by y'all, everybody love each other? That shit is fake. That shit's not authentic. That shit will not get viewership. That shit will go down. That shit will bust. That's why he do all this dysfunctional shit, because y'all eat that shit up. Look what y'all doing now. Y'all on the panel talking about this shit.
You just said we making that shit up?
Look what y'all doing now.
We making black success up?
Stupid.
We.
Y'all ass crash dummy.
So you think it's fine? You think it's fine?
Y'all watching the movie head to toe. You can tell.
Okay, bro. All right, calm down.
What Chris saying?
What Chris saying? You repeating yourself right now.
Wait, hold on, y'all. Let's get it clear. Bill, it's we, not y'all. We, bitch. You up here. I know you got your shit
I ain't
off.
watched that shit.
You up here, Bill.
I ain't watched that movie though. I ain't watched The Straw. I ain't watched that shit.
Okay. So you think it's totally fine as echo?
Maybe you got echo.
All right. So you think because it makes him money, it's fine to do it? Then it makes him money, so then it's cool.
I don't think that. I'm saying this. Black people thrive off drama. That's the number one category in the movie scene is drama. Black people tend to like shit like that. Why would he promote some shit that people ain't gonna watch?
You think
that's losing money, right?
What type of drama though? Because there's different types of drama.
What you mean? The shit that we go through every day in the black community.
You just said you went through every day because that's your mama. That's not everybody's mama.
So Chris, what do you want to see, Chris?
Oh my god.
What would you want to see? I'm curious.
Just like good movies. It doesn't have to be the same trope of black women being abused and a black man abusing her and all that. Like it doesn't have to be the same story every single time.
So Jump the Broom went on good movie?
Bro, is that a Tyler Perry movie?
Yes.
When did it come out?
I think 2011, 2013.
I didn't see that.
Jump the Broom? Y'all don't know Jump the Broom? Y'all ain't black, man.
Are you talking about?
I stopped watching Tyler Perry movies.
Jumping the Broom
over a decade ago.
I see too though because his mom was obsessed with her son. No, that ain't a good example, homie.
His mom, what the fuck?
Daddy's little
what
girl.
the fuck he want? His mom wanted better for her
like
son.
Sabrina because she couldn't let her son go, which is a toxic relationship with her son.
You know why? Because she had past experiences with her husband. That's why. That's what's wrong with the black community now. That's what's wrong with the moms now. They always pacifying the men, bro. And they can never let the men fly. Cause they treat their sons like they motherfucking husband. Like what's wrong. Y'all don't look at the message though. Y'all
Why
look
would you
at
say
people saying
you
this
come
shit.
from a fucked up household and just be there? Like the shit critics like course, you think that shit everywhere, sir. That's your fucking experience.
Yeah, that's why I
Man,
say
that shit, bro. That shit everywhere. Yeah, everybody dysfunctional as fuck.
no,
They
nigga, that's
are.
just your family.
Especially now. It's
I mean, I
not our
grew up with
family.
both of
It's
my
a lot of people
parents.
family,
Yeah,
bro.
see, Chris grew up with both his
Jumping
parents.
the Broom
Not
is not
everybody
a
daddy
Tyler
was in a
Perry
fucking
film.
jail getting their ass beat for making a C. That's just you, nigga. That's just you.
Jumping the Broom is not a Tyler Perry film, by the way.
You just looked it up?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
Man, that's Tyler Perry shit.
You know,
No, it's really not.
Who shit that is then?
It was directed by Salim Akil.
I'm saying who movie that is though. It could be directed by anybody.
you know what? You know what's funny?
Whose
Like,
studios is fall behind on?
Sinners was a movie that was based
It was.
somewhat.
Oh, sorry, Chris. Sorry.
No,
Go
I
ahead.
was just saying like how well Sinners did, right?
Hello.
And it wasn't a movie about a bunch of stereotypes. And
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
it
Sinners
was.
too.
no,
Sinners
what I'm
is
saying
full
is
of stereotypes. I don't know why black men are not sick of the stereotypes that Sinners had in there. Always correlating blackness with criminality should be sickening to y'all. When is that gonna be like when is enough gonna be enough? When are y'all gonna get when are black men gonna
yeah,
get tired of
that wasn't
their
that wasn't
oppression being
that wasn't a
tied
stereotype
to
from those back in
criminality?
that wasn't a stereotype that existed in those days though.
No. Doing crime has always been a thing. What are you talking about?
Yes, of
Like,
course,
are you
but the
crazy?
black criminality is something that started in the 90s.
No.
No,
Black,
that's
no.
not true.
What
Hold
I'm
on.
what I'm talking
That
about is the stereotype that black people.
Hold
no,
on.
it's not. That
Hold
is like
on.
one of the
Do
oldest.
y'all hear me? I know I put my
No,
face on the screen
you want to drop some people.
so people can see that I'm talking so that they won't be interrupting me and it's not working. Because I can explain it. It's my talking point. Black criminality has been a thing since a thing was a thing. What are you talking about? During enslavement, they were saying that black slaves were criminals because they would take
Yes.
things because they was hungry. So this idea that criminality didn't start until the 90s is not true. Associating a time in the 1930s where you have World War I heroes supposedly coming back home. Where is there a movie where there is a military hero coming home and committing crime?
What movie are you talking about?
No, I'm asking you. Where is there a white man who was a hero during a war who comes home and start committing crime?
I mean, I don't know.
Quick. Yeah, because that's not happening. They want to compare the movie to the Criminal Brothers that was the not Dawn of the Dead. What was it? Whatever the Quentin Tarantino movie.
I mean, there's plenty of movies of white men committing crimes.
But hear what I'm saying. They're comparing the Sinners movie to Dusk to Dawn, which was Quentin Tarantino. There were some criminal brothers who ended up going to this bar, and then it turned into a vampire thing. But what I'm telling you is that when they included the stat and smoking stat and said that they came from the military and went to Chicago and they started getting into the criminal life, why would they do that? The story would have been just as good if they would have said, hey, these are some brothers who came back from being in the military. They went trying to start a life in Chicago. It didn't work. They saved up the money that they was making at the factories and the opportunities that they had in Chicago because it was a little bit more progressive. They brought the monies back home to try to start something at home. But no. They went from being in the military, went to Chicago, committing crimes, stole the money from the criminals that they was committing crimes with, came home to open up a juke joint. If that ain't a stereotype, I don't know what is.
I think that like the military was, well, honestly, that it's still happening now. But I think the military back then, it was a very real experience for Black men to go over and serve a country that did not respect them, and them being forced to then come home without the same opportunities or salary that their white counterparts had for doing the same job. And so that during that time, I don't think it was a glorified like stereotype of, oh, like these black men are trash because, you know, because they're committing crime. I think it was showing that they didn't have the opportunity except for being sharecroppers, which they weren't about to do. So I don't think that anybody watched that film and blamed them for their actions.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's the problem. That's the problem. Black men get to have that experience, and that's why we're in the situation we're in now. That's why we're where we at right now, because you are trying to excuse away poor behavior. So this is this idea that black men can't come home and be sharecroppers. They're not going to do that. So they're going to commit crimes. They're going to come into a town square and pew pew somebody. Because how dare they be a sharecropper? I ain't gonna be a sharecropper because I ain't gonna let no YT man tell me what to do. But I don't have no problem with coming into a town square that's predominantly black and pew pew 2 black men. That's normal. I'm cool. Like, we okay with that. Like, of course, these black men are gonna go in the military where it's predominantly YT men. They gonna salute, yes sir, no sir. They're gonna go to the battles, no questions asked. They not gonna bring their ass home and bow down to a sharecropper, but they will bring their ass home and rob your grandma, and unalive you too. And that's okay, because we also need to understand. So you unalive my grandma because you ain't about to submit to no motherfucking body. And I'm supposed to be supporting you when you get arrested or when you get in trouble, because it's so hard for the black man. It's so hard for them. Of course, they're not going to come from the military. They can't come from the military and be no sharecroppers. They're going to come from the military and be a juke joint owner. And they're going to rob you. But the YT man, they're gonna give him more than what the building worth.
Mill.
You better pay for it.
Mill, what's your favorite rap song?
Whatever your daddy was rapping.
I'm saying, what's your favorite rap song? Just name
whatever freestyle your daddy had in the joint.
Oh my God, you just can't have a simple conversation.
Whatever freestyle your daddy had in the joint between count time is my favorite song.
Jess, what's your favorite rap song?
Why are you asking that question?
That's a
I just want to answer
I
it.
think it's interesting.
Answer the question.
What's your favorite rap song?
I think
she answered it.
She didn't answer the fucking question.
Hold on. I think it's interesting that when I make a legit point, that don't nobody want to hear that, because it's we can spread this lie that's been holding us hostage, where we justify these deplorable behaviors, but nobody don't really want to have that conversation. How are we in this cognitive, is it not cognitive distortion? We operate in cognitive dissonance, where we want to believe shit that ain't just not real. We want to take 2 things that just don't go together. Yeah, thank you. I was about to say cognitive distortion, but it's not that, it's dissonance.
You know what I find funny about y'all black women, bro, and black men?
Hold on, before you go off. Mia, did you see the message I sent you on Discord?
Yeah,
and y'all got I don't know what the fuck going on. It's fine. Y'all need to tap the screen, share the live out, but make it quick. We got another nigga up here on the panel.
Yeah, but you know what I find funny about y'all motherfuckers? Y'all come on this app and try to speak some real shit, but y'all ain't doing nothing in the community in real life. Nothing. All y'all do is get on here and run y'all dick suckers every day, all day. What you doing changing black culture? What you doing?
What? Hold on, Billion. Whatever. We doing it.
Okay, then. That's what I'm saying. Y'all bullshit. That's what's wrong with y'all.
Billion.
Y'all don't be talking about shit.
Billion.
He got a point.
That's not a good
point. What's wrong with y'all motherfuckers?
That's not a good point at all.
How? Jay, you been riding that nigga the whole time.
You sound like a whole
Give your legs a ride. Hold up. Give your legs a ride.
Chris sound like a lame, bro.
That's not a good point, bro.
Y'all like this shit. Y'all like that narrative.
How's it not a good point to not be in the black community?
Because part of progress is having conversation.
Y'all, hold on. I'm gonna answer.
But if you're just having conversation and not doing shit, then that doesn't mean anything.
Shut the fuck up, Jay. Billion. We doing more.
This nigga got a dumbbell in his hand. What the fuck? There be some weird ass people online.
Damn, he weird for working out.
Films are created so that people will have conversation.
Your ass maybe need to work out.
The
The
point of a
fuck?
film is to have discourse, for people to
Sloppy
have
body ass.
conversations about the film. So you don't have to go out and do something in the community based on a film that you've seen. There are film critics, that's literally their job, to critique films and cinematic, like people create cinema so that you have discourse and it creates conversation. It's supposed to be controversial, it's supposed to come with multiple perspectives. So you can't say that people are
So
just
you
going to have an
can't. Well,
opinion about a film.
it's a dumb take anyway
Hold on,
because
let
having
Calandra go because she been trying to go.
But I do think black people should cancel Tyler Perry because I just feel like the way he writes his movies very stereotypical. He's not really a good writer. And yeah, people can say he have like paid people what they're worth, but at the same time, the way you depicting black women in those movies, I have a better look.
I'm saying y'all look at one movie. One movie
Okay,
that's like,
let's
oh
talk
my
about
god.
other movies that how he dragged black women. Let's talk about it. The movie Madea Fella Brunia. Why does she have to have two deadbeat baby daddies? Why couldn't she just have one deadbeat
Cause
baby
that's
daddy
her
with one
choice. She
child?
made the decision. She laid down with the motherfuckers.
But my thing is, why do you
he
only
wrote
write
that fool.
black women have more issues than a man? That's not a good writer.
Yo, every movie he made black men out to be toxic as fuck, woman beaters. What the fuck
That's
is
a
you talking about?
That is a problem.
But I'm saying that's the fucking man that y'all be picking, and that's the woman that the
It's
men be picking.
always women pick, but it's never what
No,
men
I
do.
just said the woman and the man. I said both of them. I ain't say not one.
Yeah,
But
that's
you
the
said women
problem.
picking. Nobody chooses to get hit.
Man,
But
come
that's
on
part
now.
of the
Y'all
problem.
get y'all
don't
ass
have
beat,
damn
and then y'all
beat,
wait
and
for
I
a day,
hit
and
women.
then y'all
Okay,
come back, and then
period.
y'all chill and fuck, and then y'all get y'all ass beat again.
That's the
That's what
problem
happened.
with the Tyler
Until
Perry
y'all say, man,
movie.
hell no, I can't take this shit. He
Like
beat my
he
ass too much.
reinforced
I'm finna go
all the
find another
talk.
nigga beat my ass.
Hold
That's what y'all
up.
do.
Nobody
Hold up.
wants
Y'all
to
love
be
that
hit.
shit.
We're talking. Oh my
Damn. Hold
god,
up. Can I
help
say
you.
something? Yo, damn. What I'm saying is another problem that's wrong with the Tyler Perry movies is that he reinforced all the talking points. If you listen to what the men saying, like him saying, "Oh, y'all choose the bad niggas," because that's what they doing. The women in Tyler Perry movies is choosing the bad men. So, oh, black women must be choosing bad men. Like if you chose that broken man who drove the bus in the first place, you wouldn't be in this situation. And that's what they take from you. It's like they get off on the tropes. That's what I'm saying. Like we be noticing how problematic black men be in the fucking black community, and he's sitting there like it gotta be facts. It happened in my family, and Tyler Perry said it. No, your family fucking dysfunctional, and you need to fucking broaden your fucking horizon. Matter of fact, your daddy ain't never answered the fucking phone. That's the problem now. But go ahead, EST.
I
What
never
you want
called
to
him.
say? No, it's fine. EST, what you want to say?
Hello Tara, how you doing?
Niggas, other people here. Speak
And
it. Don't single me out.
I'm sorry, Tara, Mia, Chris, everybody. Should black people cancel Tyler Perry? I definitely think that we should cancel Tyler Perry. A lot of his movies are outdated. Me personally, I'm from Augusta, Georgia. I don't understand why he keeps basing his movies in Augusta, Georgia. It's, I think that's like very problematic. But even how he situates and creates his movies, where you have people living in the projects, it's assuming that all black people live in the projects. When I went to Africa, I was in South Africa. Like for some reason, the people there said that, oh, you look like a Tyler Perry character. Because the only movies about black people that are being circulated in South Africa are Tyler Perry movies. He actually has a sub studio in South Africa. These are the depictions of black people, of American black people that they see throughout the world, the popular depictions, because he has the money to distribute his movies to all these places. He depicted this young lady in this movie as delusional, distraught, broke, unable to maintain, not only her mental but her physical health and well-being.
Hold on, EST. I don't know what's going on. I had got a warning, and I gotta end it when I get a warning because I don't know
Hey,
what happened. Tyler was building.
we coming back or no?
I'll come back on my backup and see what happened.
All right.
All right.